Viewers. Also, we look at Daniel Shell. He's a big boy.
He is a big lad. He's only played for 3 games.
He's a big boy, Daniel Shell. Gary Ellis has gone up forward. Fleming is there.
It's not going to be a big day for tall blokes today, Kate. It's going to be the little fellas.
With Clements. So Moller's up forward as well. So we'll wait on the Fosdyke here. It's been picked up by Craig Cotter. Daniel is on Roger James. Waketon on Malloy at full forward. Pass goes into the pocket, being picked up on this occasion by Geister. Okay, there's the siren to start the first quarter here at the parade. The big men will contest it. Up they go. Arnold gets his hands to football. It's in the middle. It's a mud patch, and then down they go, trying to get the football out. Kicked up the ground by Fosdyke. Only towards centre wing. McIntosh goes in hard. Bodies over the football. Swerked in there. So is Ops. Dispossessed. They try and get the ball out. Can't do so. Wobble the kick back towards Steinberger. He's dispossessed. Chambers comes in. He can't do much with the football. Working in there, Sporlace, the little rover for the Norwood side. And finally, the umpire will have a bounce down centre wing. It's going to be one hell of a scrum today, Will.
It certainly is. And a big Keating, I just noticed, without the headgear. It's the first time I've seen him without the headgear, Wills.
Very tough conditions. Don't expect a pretty game here. It's a real bog, a real quagmire. The umpire tosses the ball up. Very difficult to get a clean possession. Coming through Fosdyke, his second attempt to kick it off the ground. Now the Bulldogs are high up and under kick. Was it McGowan? Up towards Jones. Oh, great mark. Clements coming out. Wonderful mark. You won't see too many of them, and you won't see a better mark given the conditions. So the ball's still dry at the moment. He works it up towards half forward. Daniel had to go and did. And although he dropped the mark, he held it long enough, and the umpire has paid it. So Daniel at half back. Brenton Daniel. Only played 35 games. Not a bad player too. Looked for Simon Lewis with a headband on. Holm tries to come through. He's a bit like McIntosh. Holm will enjoy the conditions. Picked up by Dan Tosh here. A high kick back towards centre half forward. Out they come. Reimers met the ball quite well. Huey off the ground. He goes. Not bad too. Sujay Cook in the way, and the youngster takes the mark.
And Sujay Cook on the defensive side of centre has the football for the red leg. Kicks it back towards half forward. The pack forms at the back. Huey Reimers gets his big fist to the football. Kicked off the ground by Hume. Doesn't cover much territory. A chance now for Ellis. Thought about the handball. In fact, did the handball. Looking on this occasion for Craig Cotter, but the ball didn't find the body.
Repeating the news too, Johnny Cunningham and Downsbrow for the Norwood Footy Club, and Scotty Lee and Gilbert McAdam both out for Centrals.
Throw in, centre wing, grandstand side. 5AA football taken by Cooks. That's Sujay Cook. Can't get through the pack of players, and the umpire will have a bounce down. They'll see plenty of those today under these very, very heavy conditions.
It's very important, Cage, isn't it, to just get the front of the pack. Not too many times as they're going to be a couple of marks. We've seen a couple early.
Exactly right. The throw in. There's Keating. Gets his hands to the football. Fosdyke works hard. He's dispossessed. Cook likewise. Hops off the ground. Scrappy stuff. Body over the football. Oh, free kick, yes. It'll be a free kick to young Borlace, I think it is, on the bottom of the pack. I'll pick him up for a little bloke.
Did he win a junior medal?
That's the boy. Scotty Borlace has the football. Right in the middle of the ground. We'll put Norwood into attack. Neither side onto the scoreboard at the moment. Off hands it goes. Chance for Harvey. Wobbles a kick. Out towards Scotty Doreen. There is off. Goes short, looks for Fosdyke. Daniel comes in for the Bulldogs, has the football on the half-back flank, goes towards the half-back flank line, and it goes out of play. Norwood into attack, and we've played something like 2 or 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, that was a poor option, wasn't it, by the Norwood player there? He had to go long. He had to kick the ball into towards the goals, and he didn't. And Daniels did a pretty good job to get out of it.
5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7. I think the Aussie Home Loan scoreboard yet to show any mark on it at the moment, and I think it's the Aussie Home Loan, KG. Not a lot of paperwork up
but
here.
But they're good people.
Oh, they are good people.
Fantastic people.
Is it the National Farmers magic moment?
That was last night. The big knock forward by Plim. Schwert fell over. Oh, the umpire said it was an infringement. Now the free kick's been paid to advantage. It came from McGowan, now to Holm. Holm, a long kick. So Central's might have a very slight breeze up towards Lewis. Ellis takes it. Did well, standing start. Oh, Moller's got away. Should mark and does. Played on, though. And the first score of the game is a point. Now, what happened there? I thought he took the mark.
Well, I think the umpire said it was touched off the boot, and of course the big fella down there just played on quickly.
Well, I tell you what, he did it pretty well, except kicked the goal. Execution not so good. At 5 minutes gone, Central's lead a point. Norwood yet to score.
Fleming with the kick in, goes long. Looks out there for Bowman. Bowman pushing and shoving. Macca comes in. He can't do much with the football. They come away on this occasion through Cotton. Up towards centre half forward. Fleming again kicks off the ground. It's an absolute boggy at the Norwood Oval. I can tell you, players sliding over the football. volleys over the footy, comes out on this occasion towards, Jones. He can't do much for the footy. The umpire's going to have a bounce down half forward right for the Bulldogs.
Well, the great thing about it, Cage, they're not giving any leeway at all. Centrals and the Redlegs are going in absolute flat chat.
They certainly are. Arnold now comes in from the side, gets it down towards McGowan. Doreen is in there. He can't do much. The football finally gets the handball away, but it's taken on this occasion by Arnold around his body. Oh, Moller, good mark, son. That's a terrific mark by Radley Moller into the pocket under these conditions, and he marks very, very cleverly indeed.
Well, the Bulldogs have really opened up well in this first quarter. They've actually bluffed the Redlegs a bit, and on that occasion...
bluffed them, Jumbo?
Well, they've been in after the footy. They're
intimidated them?
Intimidated them, Cage. I love the word intimidation. Love it. And the big fella, number 24, what a magnificent number, and he should put it through.
Yes, worn by the big Jumbo himself in his heyday. So Radley Moller, it was a good, strong mark. The angle's fairly acute. We'll wait on the kick. He's a left foot kick. It's not bad. Wait on the goal umpire. I think he may have kicked it, has he? Yes, he has. That's a very important goal for the Bulldogs. Going towards the parade end, coming from Radley Moller. So a good start there by the Bulldogs. They are 1-1-7. Norwood are yet to score. Let's go around the grounds.
KG, Essendon and Carlton at the G all square, 2-5-17 each. At Waverley, Hawthorn 6-3-39 in front of Richmond, 1 straight goal 6. And at Subiaco, Fremantle 5-2-32 lead the West Coast, 4-4-28.
And that's around the grounds, thanks to Trims, of course, the mighty South Australians.
Certainly, and the roar of Central's already going round. There's a big Keating. You're right, Rick, without the headgear, he looks different. Up towards Borlace, the youngster, and on this occasion, Swatala. He comes back in board to Reimers, who can't take it back to Swatala. So Adam Swatala on the right boot. Central's look okay. Up towards Ellis, a bouncing ball might beat him. It skids over the line. Left half forward flank. And Central's going towards the parade end. Very muddy conditions, and if anything, they've got a slight breeze.
Yes, well, it was a magnificent kick a couple of minutes ago by big Radley Moller. Haven't seen too much of him, Cage, but he looked all right.
Well, he's only played, what, 13 games, Jumbo?
You haven't picked it up.
Came across from the ACT, played in that state game against South Australia last year, and Arnold got it to McGowan. Gee, good quick hands. Now to Cotton. Cotton around the body. Moller again might take a mark. It's bounced through, but for a point, skidded off the mud. And Central's making all the play here at the parade. They lead 1-2-8. Norwood yet to score. I don't think they've won here for quite a while, the Bulldogs.
No, they haven't won for a long time, but what are we, 4 minutes into this first quarter, Cage, and you'd have to say the Bulldogs looking good.
No problems. Look the best side at the moment, Jumbo, as Fleming kicks out, goes to the outer side. Up they go. The big men contested. Off hands Keating. Can't take the football. Comes back now towards Doreen. Holman there couldn't take the football. Opportunity now for Lewis. Kicks it long up towards Moller. Moller almost the mark.
Gee.
Not quite the mark. In comes Pitt, but the ball tickled through for a minor score. Tell you what, the kid looks all right. I'd like to see him under fine conditions. Tell you what, he looks okay, young Moller. Well, he's only 23 years of age.
Yes, he certainly did. And, of course, when he did come up, Cage, he gave the umpire a nice serve.
Did he really?
He's 200 centimetres, weighs 103, which is about 20 lighter than the Jumbos. Keating almost took the mark. He's been paid.
Oh, what?
Well, maybe with these conditions,
E for effort.
A little bit of a leniency shown there by the umpire. Keating at half back, right, up towards centre wing. Oh, good mark there, taken too. It's a beauty. And is that Swatala?
Swatala.
So Adam Swatala, who's not normally known for his overhead prowess, kicks it back towards centre half forward. Big pack congregate. Keating got it down there to Clements. Clements fires out a handball in the Pitt direction. He's had a super year. He's rock and roll. They converge again. Free kick to Pitt. Now, the umpires might have to do this today because very difficult conditions. Goes out wide. Finds a teammate there in Obbs. And Obbs finds young Borlace out of side centre wing.
4 touches in this first quarter, young Borlace, looking all right.
Good on you, Jumbo. It's 9-point Centrals. Norwood yet to score on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. They work it up towards Big Keating, who did it like a rover. In the way was Daniel. Didn't have a lot of space, and he had a bit of time. The space wasn't there, and it goes off hands and out of bounds. Out of side centre wing here at the parade.
I tell you what, young Swatala, Cage, just coming off that wing half-back area. He's had a number of touches and really looks the go.
He does. The throw in centre wing out of side. Ball to ground taken on this occasion by McGowan. Stolen by Harvey. It goes to Obbs. Obbs around his body up towards half forward. Daniel the spoiler. Holm comes in for the Bulldogs. Having a terrific year. Bangs it back towards centre half forward. Tapped away by Pitt. Ball to ground. Lewis works hard. Well, they thought about kicking off the ground, then momentarily didn't. A chance now for the players. They try and work hard on the bottom of the pack. Is Bowman trying to get it away. Mack is there. Holm comes in. Macker and him don't like each other. That's good stuff. bit of spirit into the game, and the umpire will have a bounce down at centre, or a throw at centre half forward.
Very impressed with Holm. He can really give it out and he can take it. He's a very, very good player. So the Macca's going to have to be on his key today.
Okay, throw over centre half forward for the Bulldogs. On the Aussie home loan scoreboard, Central's 139. Norwood yet to score. Thumped away. Back towards Lockie Bowman. Not favoured by the bounce. Dan Tosher over the top. Into the pocket it goes. The race is on. Fleming Moller. Into the pocket. Steinburner. The handball. Back on this goes to the Jones. He's dispossessed. Heavy traffic in the pocket. The umpire's going to have a throw up again. But the Bulldogs into attack in the forward pocket. Kicking towards the parade end. Jumbo.
Well, super effort by the Bulldogs in this first quarter. What are we, about 7 or 8 minutes into the first quarter? They really seem as though they're on tune today.
Up goes Arnold now. Taken by Doreen, but not for long. He's tackled and tackled well. They come in from all directions. Lewis was the tackler. Centrals have it in the pocket. Steinburner towards Moller. He's rock and roll. Goes down. And there will be a boundary thrown. Just looking at McIntosh, 365 league games.
Unbelievable.
Super player, super bloke. He's been very loyal to the Norwood. But how about the Central supporters? You can probably hear them down the line. They got a bit of a voice. Well, mind you, you'd be freezing today, so you'd have to do something.
Central's a chance. It comes to Jones, the former Norwood boy. He's cackled high at the umpire. So Centrals have come out of the blocks. They're doing it well. They've got a slight breeze, and they've made all the play in the first 10 minutes of this game at the parade. They lead 1-3-9 now. This lad can kick a goal too. He's about 15 metres out, a very tight angle. Played a lot of footy here, so a real chance now for Centrals to take a very handy lead. The rain has stopped, thankfully, but we have had 3 inches of rain in the past week, so the ball was Jones. And a very tight angle. Would have kicked a few from here at training, though, you would imagine. He's going towards the parade end. Mark Jones, 42 games, 98 career goals, kicks towards goals, slews up the side of the boot. Pitt puts up a hand, and the umpire said good enough for a point. So the Aussie home loan scoreboard, the Doggies lead 1-4-10. The Redlegs yet to score. Let's check other scores. Thanks to Trims. Let's go around the ground.
MCG Worlds Essendon 3-6-24 lead Carlton 2-5-17 at Waverley. Hawthorn 7-4-46 in front of Richmond 2-1-13, and at Subi West Coast back in front 6-4-40 over the Dockers 5-3-33.
Yes, the kick in on this occasion by Fleming. Back towards Chambers. He's kicked a goal. An unbelievable goal by Sean Chambers. It came off hands. Chambers read it beautifully and kicked a magnificent goal from 55 metres. Went straight through the high little. So the Bulldogs have their second score on the board, their second goal on the board. They are 2-4-16 at the Redlegs. Yet to score. We've played 12 minutes into the first quarter, Jumbo.
Well, I got here at 12:30 and the whole reserves only kicked 4-9 to about 2-4. Well, the Bulldogs out, as you mentioned, Cage, in the first 12 minutes of the game. They're 2-4-16. Probably enough in this first quarter.
I tell you what, it's good stuff here at the parade too, and the Doggies are on song. Big Arnold played his 100th last week. Kicks it up towards centre half forward. The bouncing ball coming through his home. He loves these conditions. On the left boot, Pitt had to go, and he did go. Couldn't quite complete it on the half volley. They go towards the boundary line. Look at Cotton go. Had a big game last week, Jared Cotton. Off the ground now. Central's appealing for out in the fall. They won't get it. The boundary umpire will throw it in about 40 out from their goal. And really, they have made all the play 2-4-16. Nor would have been into attack once.
Well, I've never seen the Bulldogs on tune as much as they are in this quarter. The conditions are shocking. There's not much wind. There's not a little bit of rain about. But, well, Cage, they look really fair dinkum today.
They do at the moment.
James wobbles it towards Harley, who can't take an important game too. Nor have 10 wins. The Doggies 8. And a very tight leaderboard too, with Sturt clearly at the top. But from then on, 4 or 5 teams vying for the 4 positions left in the top 5. Keating, he tried to push himself at the front, but Arnold did very well. Most of the play's been on the far side here at the parade. Coming through James again, Ellis behind him. And it goes out of bounds about 50 metres out from the Dogs' goal.
Mind you, Cage, the Bulldogs have to win today, don't they?
Well, they do. It's a very important game. It's like a mini grand final for them, Jumbo. You're right. This is 5AA football.
And you love it, don't you, KG?
Love it. 13 minutes into the first quarter. Nothing better than local footy. Keating over the back of Arnold. Taken by Obbs. Goes to McIntosh. Bangs a kick back towards Sujay Cook. Not favoured by the bounce. A chance now. This occasion for Plem. Kicks it long. Up towards full foot. Waken almost to mark. Off hands. Chance for Malloy. He may have kicked Norwood's first goal. He has. Great goal on that occasion by Malloy. Read it beautifully off hands. Found the goal. And the Redlegs are, in fact, on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. They are one straight goal 6. Central's 2-4-16. Good footy, Jumbo.
Oh, fantastic footing, and they've all ran back to give Big Keating. He got his hand on the footy back there. He got it to the Macca in the conditions. Magnificent over to Plim. He happened to be in the right place. He wasn't in the front spot, Kate.
Yes, he was.
He bounced over the top and he got hold of it. He kicked a screw punt down forward, and the little nippy Malloy put through there first.
Unbelievable.
Crowd's up by 22%. You can see why, too. Another good game, another absorbing battle. It's the Dogs lead by 10 points. Norwood tried to go into attack for the third time in the afternoon. They held up at, well, just forward of centre. Stephen Schwert, who's been a great campaigner for the Dogs, gets up and rather gingerly gives the ball back to the umpire. Central's by 10 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Up they go again, Big Plim. It's a big man mountain. The Doggies try to clear it almost like rugby style, and just on that, 46-12 they lost yesterday, the Rams. A big loss.
46-12. Well, they played the Broncos.
Well, it's still a pretty
Premiership
big
favourites.
loss. They are, KG.
Broncos.
Take over, old son.
Thank you, old son. The throw up in the middle of the ground. Plem gets his hands to the football, taps it towards half-forward, pushing and shoving back towards Cotter. He can't do much. Sujay Cook is there, working hard, trying to get the ball through the packs there. They finally do so. Ellis kicks off the ground, comes back towards centre wing. The chase is on. Gee, what's cooking at the moment? It's real fantastic.
It's Manny's, I reckon.
Fosdyke kicked off the ground towards Clements. Clements taps the ball towards the boundary line that goes out of
Just on
play.
that, I can smell fish smell. I reckon Manny's have bought the food.
I tell you what, Cage, I was going to order the snapper.
Centre wing grandstand side, the throw in as we see the players using their body over the top. Reamers ball to ground, all crashing through the pack on that occasion was the Harvey. Couldn't do much with it. Macca head over the football. Cotter kicks off the ground. Holm was in there with James, working hard. On that occasion was Cotter, and the ball goes out of play. Centre wing grandstand side.
Small clarification, it's actually from Brenno's.
Breno, hey, good bloke, Breno, on the parade. Good
That's
bloke. Yeah, Central's 2-4-16. Norwood one goal. Throw in centre wing grandstand side. Working hard on that occasion was Reamers. Gets it out. Dan Toshley, Dan Toshley with the football. It's partly smothered into Sujay Cook. He can't do much with the football. Gets it to James. That's Roger. Up towards centre half forward. A chance now for Daniel for the Bulldogs to mop up. Does so at centre half back. Goes to short to Steinberger. They got a chance now. He should go to the top to Arnold. Doesn't. Goes long with the kick towards centre half forward. Cotton in the back can't take the mark. Ball to ground. Doreen mops up. Gets it out to Clements. Clements around his body, back towards centre wing. Steinberger with a chance to game. Has the football, can't pick it up, tackled, breaks the tackle, gets the handball away, back towards centre wing as Big Arnold kicks it towards half foot. Oh, great mark by Cotton, goes over the top. An opportunity now for Moller, can't pick up the football in towards the full forward area. Bodies over the football, Norwood desperate. Doreen gets it back, chance now for Clements. Doreen again with the football from the half-back straight. Wills, come on in.
Yeah, tremendous play too, KG. They work it back towards Harley direction. His number completely obscured, as is this man, McGowan, on the left foot, swings it back in towards play. Unbelievably wet, muddy conditions, and good desperation there from the Norwood defence. Ops now, a standing start back towards Big Plim. Works his way to the front of the contest, but it's all red, white and blue jumpers. Daniel takes it and feeds off to Stephen Schwert on the left foot. He goes McIntosh in the way. He got a fingertip to it, but it didn't matter because Simon Laws has taken the mark.
I tell you what, the standard's not bad. Under the conditions, the standard's not bad.
The skill's fantastic.
Laws doesn't waste any time. The Dogs going to attack again. The big fist came from behind. James picks it up for Norwood. Feeds off to Doreen. He's a smooth mover. Not a bad kick too. Penetrating. Up towards... Oh, Plim has rock and rolled a player there. That would have hurt too. It's Schwert now. Comes back towards Swatala. Schwert's still down. Swatala's kick wasn't good. James couldn't take the mark. Doreen another possession. McGowan dives and takes a good mark.
Gee, Schwert was met front on then. It was part of the game, but he's not a well boy. As we see, the Doggies going up towards centre half. Off hands at the back. Moller again works hard. With him is Fleming. Moller, Fleming, bodies over the football. Fosdyke waits, but the umpire says no. It's my football. I'll have a bounce down centre half forward for the Doggies. And good news, Stephen Schwert is up. He was met front on.
He's up, Coach.
He's up, but I think he's staggering. I don't know how long he's up for. Schwert's a tough cat. He'll get on with the game for sure. That is the bounce down taken by Cotter. Kicked up towards full forward, pushing and shoving into the pocket it goes, and the ball will skid out of play in the full forward pocket for the Bulldogs. On the Aussie home loan scoreboard, Central's 2-4-16, Norwood 1 goal 6, and we've played 18 minutes into the first quarter. Terrific standard.
I reckon the Omo drive or Rinso might come out tonight. Those jumpers really are very, very muddy as Norwood under pressure. Now the umpire calls the advantage. Might have to come back. Yeah, good umpiring. Central's fans not too happy, but the advantage wasn't there and Cook will take it.
Well, it certainly was a good decision because Cook, well, he's getting a few touches. He's probably had 4 or 5 possessions. Big Keating's going to have to do a little bit more. Holm, Swatala, Arnold, players like that, McGowan, are just absolutely whipping them in the centre.
Gee, I love footy at the Parade. The spiral kick, you don't see that too often. Little Sujai, he got the ball forward about 40 metres. Big Plim goes to ground, a big man. Reminds me a bit of a bigger version of Chris Prime that used to play for Norwood, the big tractor.
Yeah, there certainly was a very, very colourful player. Good to see Huey Reimers back in a bit of
Terrific, the
form.
line maker.
Check other scores shortly as Plim takes it out of the air. Got it away to James. He's a very clever player, wrapped up by Holm. It's 2-4-16. That's the Doggies. Norwood a one straight goal. The margin 10 points as we hit the 20-minute mark of the first term.
Has he had a bit of an injury, James Cage, because he hasn't been in the power at all?
No, he hasn't been. As we wait on Macca, gets it to James. James around his body, kicks towards half forward. Swatala and Borlace. Borlace in front, ball to ground, opportunity for Swerd. He was rock and rolled a few moments ago. In they go again, picked up by Ellis, dispossessed. Well, Bott does it again. Ellis does it very cleverly, playing low to the ground, kicks towards half forward. The big man will contest it here at half forward. Oh, gee whiz, Jones hit wide on the scon with that kick that goes out towards, on this occasion, Dan Tosser. Sujay Cook has the football. Norwood into attack up towards half forward, coming out almost a good mark on that occasion to Geister. In fact, it's been paid, and Geister has been paid the mark on the half-back flank. 20 minutes into the first quarter, Central's 2-4-16, Norwood one goal as the umpire speaks to Geister back towards centre wing. The big man falls. Great mark by Clements. Great mark by Clements. Centre wing out of side, under these conditions.
Mark of the day, and it's probably an Aussie home loan mark of the day, but they've got the scoreboard, so we'll leave it at that. There's his kick up towards centre half forward. Out they come. A chance for a little ball ace if he can pick it up and find his feet. Ellis, he's got legs about 12 inches long. Tries to find a teammate. It's Swatala. He's rock and roll. They sit on top of him. And there's going to be a ball up 30 metres out from the Redlegs goal. That little Ellis, he runs low to the ground.
He does. Conditions set him today.
Doesn't he, Rick?
Yes, he does.
Yes, he certainly does. It's been magnificent players. I've got a call from home. Obviously, the machine
He's broken it again.
He did very well. Norwood a chance, though, and won't be much time on in this quarter. Off the ground they go by Plim. Malloy, who's kicked one, tries to get it out towards a teammate. The tackling was good. Coming in Fosdyke. Fosdyke back to a teammate, and then King around the body. He's kicked it 5 metres forward, coming hard of the footy, Malloy. Also Harvey, nice to see him back playing for the Redlegs. The defence, though, from the Dogs is good, as Geister works it out now towards a teammate in Steinburner. Up now towards Cotton. Cotton takes the mark or the free kick.
Cotton the mark at centre wing, perhaps on the defensive side of centre. Cotton now with a chance from the defensive side of centre, kicks it back towards half forward. Bowman there is the spoiler. Ball to ground. Dan Tossia goes without the football. Kicked up the ground by Steinburner. Back towards centre, half forward. The chase is on. Coming out. Oh, gee whiz, is pit. They hit like a brick wall. Fairdigham goes on this occasion now up towards Jones. Jones towards full forward. Fleming in front. Almost a free kick. Could have been a free kick. No. Should have been a free kick. And it tickles through from Ida. Score to the Bulldogs. It's Norwood one straight goal, 6. As we go Central's 2-5-17. Let's go round the grounds. Thanks to Trim.
Almost half-time KG at the MCG. Great game. Carlton 4-6-30, trailing Essendon 4-7-31. Half-time at Waverley Hawthorn 8-5-53, leading Richmond 2-2-14. And at Subi West Coast 6-4-40 in front of the Dockers 5-3-33.
And here it's 17 plays 6, and the Bulldogs lead in a very entertaining first quarter. Holm caught one high. Now the umpire unsighted. He really did cop one high. He's a tough customer. Gets up and has a bit of a swipe at the Norwood player there in Lockie Bowman. And that fish does smell beautiful. I'll tell you what, I might have a piece of that at quarter time.
Arthur Brennan and the boys at Brenno's. Thank you for that on the parade. There's good food there, Brenno's.
How about the skills, though, this guy?
Terrific.
Been very good as Central surge forward. Big Radley Muller's been good in the first quarter. Fleming, though, the last 15 minutes has taken control of him, and it slides off the chest and out of bounds. Right full forward pocket, crowd still building.
The standard's great, Jumbo, under these conditions, I think, anyway.
Fair dinkum, the couple of marks, Clements' mark, and was that Clements over there?
Yes,
that was a
mark.
fantastic
Taken
mark.
two very good ones, Jumbo. As Pascoe goes up, big Lenny Pascoe finds a teammate at Doreen. He's collared. Been a good handy pickup, Scotty Doreen. Played in the state game and certainly has played some good footy this year.
Very good midfielder, very close to the ground, very correct and beautiful with his hand and feet.
Approaching quarter time, it's the Dogs by 11 points and goals at a premium today. Borlace, his kick was smothered. Pascoe towards the boundary line. Cotter now. He just lets one fly to centre half. McIntosh had to go hard. Oh, Chambers went in hard. Great body work, great courage. They really did go straight flat out at the footy. McGowan on all fours. Now to Cotter. Cotter outside the 50. Kicks it inside the 50. Bowman holds his ground. Oh, that's 50
That's
surely.
got to be 50, surely.
Got to be 50, umpires.
Oh.
Cotton, They might still be. Now, what's happening? The book's coming out. I reckon that it's a 50 kg.
Yeah, it's got to be 50.
Now, he went for
It's
his
been
book.
reported.
Well, he has. And,
It's been reported for charging. That's caught.
Yeah, well, it was late.
I don't know whether it's reportable, but certainly 50.
Rick, the 50 was there.
Yeah,
He
no
came-
question about the
not,
50.
Not
but
so
like,
much report.
no,
Well, he won't get a game. Don't worry about it.
Well, basically, Bowman just had to stand his ground. Like, how about McIntosh 2 seconds ago,
Yeah,
Coach?
sensational.
If you're going to get your head knocked off,
Chambers.
that's exactly what he
It
did.
certainly was a 50-metre penalty kick, but no way was it a reportable incident. But he
Good,
has, in fact,
gutsy performance by both.
He has been reported, Jared Cotton. Okay, we
For
wait.
charging, Coach?
Would have to be.
Slightly charging. We wait on Bowman now with a screwy. Up towards centre half forward, almost to mark on that occasion to Plim, couldn't complete it. Fosdyke worked hard, gets it out towards Cook. They're up towards full forward, the Redlegs. Wakeland's back there. Oh, great mark. Great mark to Wakeland on this occasion for the Bulldogs. Michael Wakeland on the last line of defence comes across towards the grandstand side, tries to find some firm ground. The kick towards Macca. Good mark. It's been taken by Macca. Got a thump around the ear holes. That won't worry Macca. Macca with the football on the attacking side of centre. Up towards centre half forward. Malloy! Oh, Malloy! Play on, calls the umpire. Almost at the third attempt. A chance for King. Tackle by Waswala. King throws the football into the pocket. Back towards Fosdyke. He can't do much. Sujay Cook, Fosdyke. The kick is smothered and it trickles out of play. And a throw in alongside the behind post. The Redlegs into attack. 24 minutes gone. First quarter, the Doggies 2-5, 17 Norwood. One straight goal, 6 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard jumbo.
I'd have almost played that mark of Malloy's Wells, wouldn't you have? That was a magnificent attempt, and he touched it the first two. I'd have given him the chance.
Well described, the jumbo, as we see the big fella Arnold take the mark. Now to Ellis. Ellis short to Shell. Impressive young man. He stands around 6'4", only playing game number 4. He's booted 5 league goals. He's at centre wing. Central's with a breeze. We just had our ground staff there in Colliver and Hearn. They reckon it's worth a goal to the frayed end. And Jones might kick one in. He missed. Hits the post halfway up. Had to wait there. What is a bad attempt there by Jones. Normally would swallow that though. And it's 2 goals, 6, so 8 scoring shots to 1. And I reckon they're right. I reckon that breeze is worth a goal and a half.
Yes, just worth a goal. Looking there,
There's no breeze at all.
KG, that ball was carrying an
the
extra...
windsock.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly.
It's as limp as me.
Well, that's true, but it's a very heavy windsock.
Mind you, Viagra's around the corner, Coach.
There's hope for you. There's no hope for that sock.
The kick-off taken by Doreen back towards centre wing. Players coming through there. Remus went without the football. Goes to Macca. What was the kick? It's not funny. It's very serious.
Yeah.
Comes out to a Swatala. Swatala with a short kick back towards centre wing. A chance now for McGowan. Dummies. The handball's loose. Towards Arnold. He can't do much. Ops goes in and the ball goes out of play. No, it doesn't. Stays in play. They come away north through Harvey. Back towards centre wing. Remus dropped one he should have taken. Cook's on the bottom of the pack. Coming through his young ball ace. Works hard. Tries to get through Swatala. Can't do so, and the umpire says, I'll have a bounce down at centre wing. We've played 26 minutes into the first quarter. The Doggies 2-6-18. Norwood 1 straight goal, jumbo.
I tell you what, it's a very, very good game of footy, and if you're around the corner, it's a magnificent game of footy because the conditions are muddy, but both sides giving their all here.
We've just had clarification. The breeze is definitely worth a go as Norwood go forward through Ops up towards King, who can't take it. Geister's been pretty good too. Goes off the ground looking for Swatala. The boundary line looms. In fact, it wins out about a kick and a half out from the Norwood goal. They've only got one through the agency of Malloy. Chambers and Moller are the goal scorers for Central District. And that's on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. The margin 12 points, which is a considerable margin today. Plim tried to take it out of the air. James, he's collared. Not hard. It's very hard, in fact, to get a clean move. And they dive on top of it again as we approach quarter time. 27 minutes gone. And Central's a 2-6 Norwood 1 straight
I'll tell
goal.
you what, Cage, if you were picking who's won this first quarter, the Bulldogs have been right on top, and yet Norwood still within distance.
Exactly, Rick. 8 scoring shots to 1 tells the story. The throw half forward. James with the football for the Redlegs. What was the kick towards centre half forward? But there's the siren to end the first quarter here at the parade, where conditions are very, very heavy for today's very important clash between the Bulldogs and the Redlegs. So at quarter time on 5AA football, Central's 2-6-18. Norwood 1 straight goal, 6, a margin of 12 points to the Doggies. This is 5AA. Swatala 3, so under these conditions pretty tough.
Yeah, stats thanks to the boys too in Hurd and Colliver. Free kicks, Central District Rick 2 and Norwood 3, so only 5 in the first quarter. And overall, Norwood and Central's almost identical in kicks, 48 to 45. Handballs, Norwood had more, 27 to 17, and both sides took 9 marks.
Well, when you're looking at the game, we got here and we expected Norwood to be wet, 3 inches of rain, and you thought, well, it was just going to be a mud fight, just pushing the ball forward. But a wonderful first quarter of football. The skills were unbelievable. You mentioned Clements on a couple of occasions, took some magnificent marks. I know the football was probably new, but a great quarter of footy. Both sides giving their all. Centrals, well, they had their opportunities kicking 2-6. They had their opportunities.
8 scoring shots,
probably to kick, say, well, 4-4 at the best.
Robert Harvey down there. Is that Robert Harvey down there walking off the ground? With his hand in the depot?
Where are you looking, Coach?
On the right-hand side here, just down to our right in the blue duffel coat, walking off. I think it is Robert Harvey.
Is it?
I think it is Robert Harvey.
Oh, he probably is. He was here last year, wasn't he,
yes.
at Identical Times?
Yes, he certainly was.
Yeah,
and, of course,
it is
playing
Robert
last
Harvey.
night, they would have been pretty disappointed. But a wonderful quarter of footy. 2-6, the Bulldogs, to Norwood 1 goal. So Norwood are not out of it. But, well, Peter Jonas would have been very happy with the approach, Cage, that they really did apply to the football. And Peter Road, well, Rowy's coming up here. We've got Johnny Cunningham whipping back into the stand. Michael Age as well. McIntosh is going to have to do something a little bit special in this quarter. And also Big Keating, they're just not on top in the midfield at the minute.
No, I think the Bulldogs through McGowan mainly in that middle of the ground did control it. So this will be a big test for Norwood. Now they trail by 12 points under these conditions, of course. Very, very heavy indeed. There's the siren to start the second quarter here at the Parade. The big man contestant Keating gets his hands to the football. Tapped on this occasion by Chambers up towards centre half forward. Bowman is there, so is Lewis, kicking in danger. Will go the way of Lockie Bowman against Simon Lewis at centre half back. Lockie Bowman now is absolutely covered in mud, Lockie Bowman. He really is from head to toe. Kicks it back towards half forward. Looks for big Aaron Keating. He's in front. He can't take the mug. Oh, but he was hesitation from the Bulldogs. Finally, Hong picks it up and kicks it straight to McIntosh. And Macca that centre wing out of side. The legs on this occasion going towards the Parade end. A high kick up towards half forward. Getting under it. Plem, can he take the mark? No, he can't. Ball to ground opportunity now for Daniel. Had a good first quarter. Kicks him on his body. Sujay Cook is there, but the ball will beat that player out of play. Left half forward flank for Norwood into attack going towards the Parade end jumbo.
Well, you would have thought that Peter Road would have been pretty disappointed with their first quarter. I thought the Bulldogs really attacked the ball hard. They were at the bottom of the pack more than the Redlegs. And the start of this first quarter, they looked just a little bit more switched on.
Very competitive game, though. The Bulldogs lead by 12 points. The ball gets socked into Norwood's attacking 50, but Centrals once again have the numbers. Swatala gets after it. He's pressured there by James. It goes out of bounds. They've only met once this year. Rick and Norwood won by 3 goals at the Elizabeth Oval.
Well, that was a pretty good performance out there. And the Bulldogs coming out here really desperate to stay in that top 5. They've performed very well in the first quarter. But not often do the Redlegs get beaten at home.
Plym up against Huey Reamers. No, they lost last week to South Adelaide, which was a rarity. Centrals, though, they've answering all challenges at the moment. Cook goes to ground. There's Harvey. We talked about his brother last night plenty of times. So Anthony Harvey to Malloy. Oh, Plym off the ground. Not a bad effort. Shepherd it through. Pascal bounces once and didn't get the right bounce. It would have been a great goal. Point to Norwood, their second score for the afternoon. And the Aussie Home Loan scoreboard tells us Centrals are 2-6, the Redlegs are 1-1.
Cage, I've seen that Plym on a couple of occasions. He's looked slow, but today he's going to be all right.
He's going to be all right. The kickoff finds home, tucked away in the back pocket, grandstand side. It is 2-6 plays, 1-1. The Doggies in front into the second quarter here at the Parade. 5AA football back towards centre wing. Looks for Holmes. He can't take the football. McGowan tackled by Harvey. And the umpire says the ball was being held to that player and he'll throw the football up. Centre wing, grandstand side here at the Parade. The crowd has built up. The rain has stayed away. So if you're in the vicinity, think about coming to the game, hop in. It's not a bad game. I can tell you McGowan again. Great handball. Goes to Steinburner. Had a good first quarter. Runs his full 15 metres up towards half-foot. Beautifully put on this occasion and finds Sherrill. Daniel Sherrill outside 50 up towards full forward. Not a good kick. He's kicked it straight to Fleming, who takes a good falling mark on the last line for the Redlegs.
Twerk coming off doesn't look 100%. Got almost knocked out in the first quarter. Any mark's a good mark today. Fleming gets it across to a teammate. That's also a very good grab in Clements, is it? So Clements, in fact, it's Harvey. Clements took 2 magnificent grabs in the first quarter. So Harvey covering plenty of ground. Propels the ball about 25 metres in the Harley direction, who's been a quiet player today. Norwood through Sujay Cook. There's a high up and under kick.
Oh,
up to Doreen, who showed courage. 11 possessions to quarter time. Scotty Doreen taken by Plym. Out comes Malloy. Oh, through the mud he goes.
Oh.
It really was muddy there at centre-half forward. Look at Big Klim come out. Ball ace now, 2-on-1. Pascoe has to go, and he's marked in front of Geister. Sotala was waiting for the crumbs, but there were no crumbs. And Andrew Pascoe, who has kicked plenty of goals in his career, should make this pretty safe from 20 metres out, Brick Davies.
Oh, well, gutsy performance by Doreen, Coach. I thought he was going to absolutely get poleaxed, but another very, very good performance by a couple of players right in the centre-half forward area. The big fella Pascoe, he can do things, but not often. He's really got the ball and he should finish off.
Well, Norwood going towards the parade in, an important kick, because I reckon about 6 goals might win this game. Pascoe, Centrals have 2 already. In he comes, very deliberate. And he kicks truly. It's a good kick. It's not easy to score from 30 metres out. He has done that. He's kicked truly. Norwood 2-1. Coming back the Dogs are 2-6. And the margin 5 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Let's go around the grounds. Thanks to Trims.
Half-time in the AFL Worlds at the MCG, Carlton 5-6-36, leading Essendon 4-7-31. At Waverley, Hawthorn 8-5-53 in front of Richmond 2-2-14. And at Subiaco, West Coast 7-4-46, lead Fremantle 6-4-40.
Around the ground, thanks to Trims. How can you pick football with Hawthorn and Richmond? Unbelievable. The throw up in the middle of the ground, taken by Obbs. Gets it out towards Harvey. Harvey towards half-forward. Ball is there, almost a mark. On that occasion, taken by Saywell. Saywell bounds away onto the ground in this second quarter for the Doggies. Up towards half-forward. Lewis couldn't take the mark. Getting in there is Clements. Head over the forward. Got to get a free kick, Clements. Not seen by the umpire. Jones had hold of his Guernsey, and Clements is telling the umpire he was being retarded. Should have got the free kick, not forthcoming.
Coach, he never actually had the footy, did he?
He didn't have the footy at all. Exactly right, Jumbo. Good call. Keating gets his hands to the football. Packer plays. Chambers works hard. There also McGowan. With him is Macca. They try and work the ball away. Neither player giving an inch. And a bit of by-play with Macca and McGowan. No harm done. Both strong ball players, Macca and McGowan, having a few words. But both ball players. It's good stuff under these conditions. Throw up, centre wing, grandstand side. Up they are. Arnold Keating gets it down to Harvey. Doesn't cover much territory. Goes towards Arnold. Kicked off the ground by James. Back towards centre wing. And Scott Borlaze can't pick up the football. It's slippery. Finally wobbles the kick. Picked up by Opp. Does it well. The handball's not good. Going in hard was Chambers. Kicked off the ground by Opp. Coming out James. Through was Geister. And forced the ball out of play. So it's strong, heavy stuff at the moment. A throw in outside the 50 on this occasion for the Red League. Come on, Will. Pump
yes,
up.
I certainly will, KG. And in fact, I'm inspired by some of those big body clashes. It's a 5-point ball game, and we've been going 6 minutes in the second term. 5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7. Up went Plim, taken by Obbs, who's really coming into the game. Works it up towards the Fosdyke direction. He could have taken Malloy at ground level, threw the ball out. He's been picked. He's not happy to. Look at him go off.
He's been pinged, but it was a throw.
Glenn Malloy has gone completely off his rocker.
Well, that was a little bit like the rugby, wasn't it?
He's gone
straight forward through it to him.
He's gone into orbit.
Well, he has, and, well, Centrals, they won't mind, and they've got the free kick. And Wakeler now straight down the ground. Up towards Big Simon Lewis. It's not easy for a centre-half forward today. Sujai Cook at ground level, got it across to Clements, who kicked straight into the man there. That man was Chambers, so Clements up towards full forward. The bouncing ball got stopped dead in the mud, coming through his Obbs. Now he's flanked by Malloy. He won't throw it this time. Gives it back to Obbs. Obbs at tight angle. He might score, he does, but it's a point. But any score, a good score today. Norwood 2-2. Centrals at 2-6 in the margin. Back to 4 points. 8 minutes gone, second term.
Well, it looks like, Kate, that's the scoring in, because in the first quarter, the Bulldogs were magnificent. Norwood, after Peter Rhodes speaking to them at quarter time, they look like they've come out a little bit fiercer in this last second quarter.
Now that windsock not quite limp at the moment, Coach.
And the kick by Geist is not a good one. Finds on this occasion Fosdyke, but his kick is worse. His kick finds McGowan. So a turnover there by both sides as McGowan has the football. Centre half back will go short. Finds on this occasion Reimers. Huey Reimers, the winemaker, makes a good drop too. Goes to centre wing. It's a shocker into the arms of Keating, who drops the mark. He should have swallowed. Fosdyke works hard. And their chance for Ellis. He's tackled, loses the football. Gee whiz, heavy tackling on the outer side. His bodies go over the footy. And the umpire will have a bounce down at centre wing, right in front of the big tower here at the parade.
I tell you what, Kate, looking over there, look at the kids up on top of the actual shed over there.
Got a bird's eye view, haven't they?
Absolutely
sitting
fantastic.
in deck chairs, got the Coca-Cola, got the lemonade, having a ball.
One of the great arenas too is the Norwood Oval. Has been fantastic for many, many years. McIntosh goes through looking for Cook, so the old to the new there, but Central somehow emerged with a footy and did it well through Holm, who springs it up down towards full forward. Oh, Pitt! Wonderful mark here, Stephen Pitt. He had 3 attempts but pulled in a beauty. Now goes towards half-back flank grandstand side. The Redlegs trying to work it forward. The Roadrunner in Damien Obb. No, he's kicked over stand. You should hear it now. Bang, there it goes. He's kicked it out of the ground. Haven't seen that too often. And a free kick to Central District.
Yes, well, the umpire just comes in and says, where's the cut? We need a new one because it's whipped over the top of the stand here. Good pressure by the Bulldogs.
As we see a free kick will be taken by young Steinberner here. Centre wing grandstand side, a brand new whack being given to Steinberner too, as it's gone out into Wood Street, that kick. Steinberner now with the football right in front of our 5AA commentary position, runs around young Harley. Steinberner up towards centre half forward. Harvey in front. Good grab, son. Oh, you're kidding me. That had to be a mark, not paid. Goes out to Holm. Holm with the football now. Puts it back towards full for the pack. Waits under it. Off hands it goes. Heavy traffic on the half forward flank. Chambers is there. Can't do much with the football. Try to kick off the ground. Picked up by, on this occasion, Pitt. And in fact, it was Clements. The ball goes out of play on the defensive side of centre for Norwood as young Harley comes off and King goes on.
And nice to see a new number there. Nice clean number come out, isn't it?
Better pick him up. He'll get a few kicks in the second quarter. I can tell you.
Number 19.
Well, unfortunately, Harley hasn't done much in this
No, he hasn't.
game
He could
so
play,
far.
young Tom Harley. The throw in. On the half-back flank, Chambers works hard for the Bulldogs. Comes out towards Dan Tosh here, swings around his body, back towards centre wing. Ball ace is there. Coming out, Klim, good handball. Finds King. Great tackle by Sally Saywell. Ball falls out. They're going to peg holding the ball, are they? No, they're not. As Saywell lies over the player.
That's holding the ball, isn't it?
Well, it was almost holding the ball. Under these conditions, I'd say no, Jumbo. I'd give the benefit of the doubt to the player going the football. The umpire will have a bounce down. Centre wing, grandstand side.
Umpires today, Ron Bettridge, Troy Burton and Colin Ralston. They've done a pretty good job too as getting pushed out was Remus. Kicked forward by James. Now Norwood a chance here. There's a black man.
He looks like Al Jolson.
It is.
He'll start singing Mammy. He'll start singing Mammy in a minute.
How I love you, how I love you. But it's back with James. Tries to break a tackle. Good play, James. Launches one towards full forward. A very good effort. Geist has taken the mark and plays off. He's tackled. Is he holding the ball? The umpire says no. He gave him just a slender chance and then he took it. And Geist did not too happy with that.
Well, that's good umpiring because under these conditions, the player took the mark, made the ball his objective, broke away, and you've got to give him time. Once he's tackled, give him time.
Cage, last week when the conditions are magnificent, that was holding the cod right in front of us, holding the ball. But as you said, if you're going to be consistent, we don't mind that.
Clem kicks it towards the boundary line. Cook does well, but to the smother from Daniel equally is good, and the worst rendition of Mammy I've ever heard from KG Cunningham.
Oh, dear, oh,
Can
dear.
you sing it, Cage?
Well, I tried. But
It wasn't bad,
Do you know the words? I know you know Mammy.
The throw in, going into attack, half forward, big Clem in front, gets the ball down, Macca tries to crash the pack, comes out towards King, kicks around his body, but it's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will be taken by the Doggies. And it looks like Swatala. Swatala will take the free kick right in front of the grandstand here.
Played okay too.
He has played very well, Swatala. Good promising young player, tucked away in the back pocket. It's a 4-point ball game on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. The Doggies in front. Second term, half-back flank for the Doggies, half-forward for Norwood. There's a chance for Arnold. Can't do much with it. Clem's in there. So is Borley. So is James. Chambers working hard. The ball by the numbers forced out of play. And a throw-in will take place outside the 53. Redlegs. I'm loving this game,
Well,
Jumbo.
certainly it's a very, very good game, Cage. And really, the Bulldogs got out to 2 goals quickly, but the scoring just has been pretty sluggish of late.
Well, the scoring end is obviously towards the parade end as Chambers kicks it back towards the centre wing. There's an opportunity on that occasion for the Doggies through Jones, who played with Norwood here before going interstate, and the ball goes out of play.
Doreen's been a little bit of a defensive player today. I've seen him the last couple of times. He's not in the midfield much more. He's on that half-back line.
Having a very good season, is Doreen.
Quarter time, Central's led by 12 points. The deficit now cut to 4. Central still lead as Chambers tries to take it. He can't do so. Camps on top of it, and camping on top of him was Harvey. True centre wing grandstand side. Great atmosphere here. We're right on top of the footy. Wonderful place to call at the parade. And we're seeing a good game of footy between two very good sides. Central's 2-6, Norwood 2-2. Up went Keating, repeating his minus the helmet today, which is unusual. King threw it to James, quick hands, but the hands weren't so good. Holm crashed his way through the pack, looking for Steinberner, who got bogged in the mud. Finds Saywell, who just edges it forward, looking for Cotton. Beat that player. Doreen had a wonderful first quarter. Wobbles it forward to centre wing King. He had that clean jump, and now it's dirty. Back to Borlase. His kick went through the hands of McGowan. Out comes little Sujai. McGowan, Sujai, Cook. They all go in hard. They're competing well. Harvey tried to rock and roll Swatala. Hobbs off the ground. Somehow ends up with Harvey. He's 40 metres out. Lines him up and has no it. Off the ground, Malloy. Got bogged in the mud. You wouldn't believe the ball got bogged in the mud.
couldn't see the ball for the mud.
Well, I tell you what, you've almost had to have a line and seeker and bait to get hold of it because it went that far in the mud. Everyone had a swing at it.
It was like
Pascoe had a swing at it. Malloy came in and had a swing at it. And then the little Nicky Fosdyke came in and finished it off. Pretty good goal. Good game of footy. Exciting stuff.
It certainly is, and the legs are in front. Let's go round the grounds. Thanks to Trim.
At the MCG KG, Carlton 5-6-36, Essendon 4-7-31, Hawthorn 8-5-53, leading Richmond 2-2-14, and the West Coast 7-4-46 in front of the Dockers, 6-4-40.
Back here at the parade, it's the Redlegs in front. 3-2-20 lead Centrals, 2-6-18. We've played 15 minutes into the second term. Terrific game of football. Keating works hard, throws it out. Ball ace, aerial ping pong, taken by Cotton, gets it only as far as off. In goes young ball ace again. There is Cotton for the Bulldogs. It's heavy traffic in the middle, and the umpire says no, I'm going to have a bounce down or a throw up in the mud right here at the parade.
Jumbo, how many goals would win the game?
Well, I would have thought 6. I think Cage was and yourself it was a pretty good assessment. 6 goals would win it, but well, we're not at half time and Norwood's kicking 3 goals, but a great skillful game of footy.
Under the conditions, terrific. 15 minutes in. Plim tries to take the football. Roger James's kick is smothered. It's almost impossible to get a kick there. Coming out with the footy is James somehow. Round his body, Harvey showed great courage.
Did the game turn, Kenny?
Yes, it certainly has. Norwood have taken the initiative away from the Bulldogs, who were the better side in the first quarter. You're right, Wills. The Redlegs now with a chance through Anthony Harvey. His brother Robert is here. They got thumped last night, of course, by the Crows.
He didn't.
He played well, but the old Saints went marching on their way last night as we watch Anthony Harvey now.
He wouldn't kick this, Cage. He's too far out.
I've got no idea how far he's out. He's inside 50, I can tell you. He's given it a right lob into the square. The pack will form. Off hands it goes. Cook is in there. They'll force it through for a minor score. In comes Huey Remus. And the ball is forced through for a minor score. Norwood go to 3-3-21. Centrals 2-6-18 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Jumbo.
Harvey's starting to really come into the game. McIntosh is getting his hand to the footy in the centre, and they just look the better side in this quarter.
Good courage too shown by little Sujai Cook. He really did compete in the goal square. Didn't get the free kick. Maybe he deserved it. Daniel, he's tackled. I tell you what, it's like a hot potato there. Ball ace. His kick spears out 10 metres towards the boundary line. McGowan's there for the Dogs. In fact, quite a few players over the far side, and play grinds to a halt once again.
Young ball ace has impressed me. Yes. He has a go, the little bloke.
Yes, he certainly does.
Kid.
And the Bulldogs have got a couple of impressive young kids, a bit taller players, and, well, there's some young footballers, fantastic.
Yeah, young ball ace still at high school.
He's only 17.
A player of the future, and there he is again.
Yeah,
Gets a quick kick back, a beautiful little left footer. Reimer's dropped it, so a chance now for Norwood. Big Plim gets crashed to the ground, and this time we'll see a bounce down only 25 metres out from
That kid
the
has
goal.
impressed me, ball ace. I love the way that he puts. He's a typical rover, isn't he?
He's a little bit like Nicky Fosdyke, though. He's the same type of player.
I think he'd be even better in dry conditions too, the way he scoots around those packs. Up goes Plim. Taken there by Fosdyke, but not for long. He's stopped in his tracks. And it's not too hard to get stopped in your tracks out there because they're mud tracks. And once again, we'll see a ball up. 18 minutes gone, second term, 5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7, KG Rick Davies and David Wildy. Plim again. It's Remus, gets a ball to ground. I tell you what, you can't get a clean kick. Even a handball. Jones thankfully tries to clear it out, then he falls over. Cotton in there has been a fairly quiet player. Comes back towards McIntosh. Also working extremely hard was King. He's rock and roll. Now they're working it forward in typical rugby fashion here. It's not footy they're playing at the moment, but I tell you what, it's an absorbing game.
It's a scrum, and also, Cage, I think James has really come into it this quarter.
Yeah, right.
He's had a number of very, very important touches.
You're right, Jumbo. You're spot on. You're right on the old pace today, Jumbo. Norwood 3-3-21. Central 2-6-18. Young ball ace has the football. In fact, it Hobbs.
They really found his 5AA jacket too, KG.
Yeah, as a matter of
somewhere
fact,
to gut it.
there was no wallet in it, so they threw it back over the nearest fence.
Found down the street. Throw in, centre wing. Outer side. Norwood in front by 3 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Kicked off the ground on this occasion by Cotton. Kicks it towards half for the chasers on Lachlan Bowman. With him is Lewis Bowman off the ground towards the line. And he'll go out and a throw-in will take place on the attacking side of centre for the Bulldogs. 2-6-18, the Doggies. Norwood 3-3-21 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Keating coming off as we see for Norwood, Scotty Bassett going on. Keating off and Bassett on. Throw in. Ball to ground. Taken by Jones to the handball out towards Chambers. He's crashed by Dan Toshia. Bottom of the pack, and the umpire says he'll have a throw-up inside the 50 on this occasion for the Bulldogs.
Centrals really need the next goal, don't they?
They certainly did, and Malloy's gone to full forward, and of course Big Pascoe's gone into the ruck.
20 minutes gone, won't be a lot of time on Big Simon. Lewis gets a fist to the footy too, covered 15 metres, an effective way to travel the ball forward. It comes off hands again, out of bounds this time, 20 metres out from the Central District goal, left full forward pocket. Not a bad crowd, still a few more.
3.5, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's built up
3,500
slightly.
Yeah, it has built up for sure.
Waiting now for Damien Arnold up against Lenny Pascoe. Pascoe from behind got out towards Dan Toshia. McIntosh with the mud, he loves it. Back now towards Dan Toshia. Straight across the ground, danger. Oh, pit courage. A clash of heads there showed great courage. Fosdyke swooped, did very well to James. Now they're running. Look at the road runner. That's Obbs. He does well too on the left boot. Fires up towards Plim, who knocks it forward. Did well. It's a tough ball to try and take Bassett just out on the ground. He's the only one with the clean jump. He can pick him up. And play once again comes to a halt. Outer side centre wing. We've seen a bit of that. It's 3-3 Norwood. Central's to 2-6. And the margin 3 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard.
Great work there by McIntosh over on the other side. Cage getting it to Obbs. And a magnificent kick on the left foot, wasn't it?
Takes off like a score to Caddis. Plim thumps the ball up towards half forward. Coming out on this occasion is Saywell. Saywell around his body. Back towards centre wings. Players working hard for the football there. There is McGowan, the handball. Can't do much with it. Huey Remus over the top. Plymouth chance. Kicks off the ground. Swatala is there, but the ball's gone out of bounds on the full. And a free kick will be taken by the Doggies. Daniel on the defensive side of centre. Outer side has the free kick. We've played 20 minutes into the second quarter. 5AA footy coming to you from the Norwood Oval. As we see Daniel now, a long kick under these conditions. Back towards centre wing. Thumped away. Ball to ground. Chance now for, is it Ellis with the football? Picked it up, goes through the pack, up towards half forward. What's happened? A free kick has been paid. It's going to go the way of the Bulldogs, I would suggest. Looks like Cotton. Jared Cotton will take the free kick.
Just pushed out of the road, Cage, there by McIntosh.
Centre wing, outer side. We'll put the Doggies into attack. They trail by 3 points. Cotton now with a chance for the Bulldogs. Dark here, cold at the parade as Cotton kicks long towards centre half forward. Getting under it, Plim. Oh, Remus is it. Huey Remus has taken a good mark there. Put up the big gloves. Wobbles a kick towards half forward. Not a good kick. Or Pitt dropped the mark. He perhaps should have taken Doreen with his body over the football. Kicked off the ground back towards the half forward flank. Holmes there. Can't do much with it. Cook. He's covered in mud. He's dispossessed. I tell you what, it's almost impossible to get a kick, and the umpire's going to have a bounce down on the 50-metre attacking line for the Bulldogs, who trail by 3 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. 21 minutes in, Jumbo.
Well, she was fast and furious in the first quarter. It's continued on. Central's doing a pretty good job here, and Norwood all over the top of them in this quarter, but just can't get it on the ball.
Play in front of the scoreboard on the far side. The Dogs are through on that occasion. McGowan only edged it forward and, in fact, took his own kick in the end. Tried to feed it out to a teammate. As in Dan Toshia emerges with the footy. The umpire will ball up right on the true 50 for Central District. Now, what have they scored in this quarter? They haven't scored, in fact. 2-6, that was their score at quarter time. Nord have added 2 goals too. So very low scoring game now. We can hear the chant of the Redlegs going around the ground. Bowman under pressure.
Good mark.
Wonderful mark. Plays on. Fed off a handball now to Chambers. He's inside 50 from 40. Fires towards goal. Mark's taken. Redley Moller in the forward pocket has taken the mark. Now, I think he's a left footer, so there'd be no certainty to kick this. The 201-centimetre ruckman from the ACT now. He's tucked in the left full forward pocket. Saywell, he could go back and kick the Saywell, although the angle's still tight there. Very important kick in the context of this game. 22 minutes gone. Centrals have not scored in the second quarter. Goes to play on. Take 2. So the ball with Radley Moller. Taking a long while to kick it. Not very confident. He might try the check side. He is a left footer. Tries the check side and kicks a goal. Wonderful kick there by Moller. Really was a tremendous kick, and Central's now hit the lead. It's 3-6 to 3-3. Great game of footy. Let's go around the grounds. Thanks to Trim.
Into the third quarter, David Carlton, 6-7-43, lead the Bombers 4-8-32 at Waverley. Hawthorn on fire. 9-7-61, 2 good for Richmond, 2-4-16. And at Subiaco, West Coast, 8-4-52, lead Fremantle 6-8-44.
Back here at the parade, the Doggies with their nose in front, 3-6-24, Norwood 3-3-21.
Cage, what about the kick?
Oh, great kick by Young.
Like he had any chance.
And exactly right, the tap away. Macca with a chance now. Body over the football, and there was Harvey. With him is McGowan. Macca trying to ferret his way through the pack. Gee whiz, it's heavy traffic. The umpire now will have to have a throw up in the middle of the mud here at Norwood. And Macca, look at him. He has got mud from head to toe, Macca.
Well,
he loves it.
They almost
have a look
buried
at him.
They almost buried him then.
A blood rule here. Looks like young Steinburner will have to come up with a blood rule. But Macca is covered from head to toe with mud. Norwood now ringing the change. It looks like Sujay Cook may be coming off. And Scholl going on for Norwood. And young Steinburner with the blood rule. Looks like
so we've got a Barry Scholl and also a Shell, Daniel Shell, playing KG. Don't get them mixed up.
Justin Castley coming on for the Bulldogs. So here we go. Umpire about to start proceedings once again in the middle. We've played almost 24 minutes into the second quarter.
You're going to have to turn the lights on, you know.
Oh, so it's going to be very dark, Jumbo, that's for sure. Ping pong. It's a shoal from Norwood. Has the football. He's buried into the mud, so he didn't stay clean for long. He's covered in mud. The umpire will have a bounce down once again. In the middle of the ground, there is Arnold. Gets his hands to football on as far as Home. Home down towards half forward. The doggies into attack. Doreen is there. Tapped it away from Jones. Casserly goes in. Jones comes through. Almost kicking in danger. Jones there works the ball. Lewis. Dan Tosher tries to crash the pack. Can't do so. Has the ball held to him. And the umpire will have another throw on the attacking side of centre for the doggies. So they've kicked that important goal to put their nose in front at the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Wills.
Very important goal by the big fella down there. Centrals, well, they're fighting back. This is going to be a great game. It's going to really go down to the wire.
The margin 3 points, the only multiple goal scorer, Radley Moller. He's kicked 2 for Centrals, and they've got it inside their 50 again, just working it metre by metre. And it can't be too far off because before the man pushes the siren, Rick.
Yes, it's certainly. Just having the glasses on McIntosh, he's got mud up the nose. He's got it all through his ears.
Oh, everywhere.
Up they go again. About 15 players right where the footy is, so you won't get any clear movements there. In fact, it goes off hands and out of play this time. About 50 out for the Bulldogs' goal. 3-6 to 3-3. Goal scorers, Mollers kicked 2, Chambers 1 for the Dogs, and for Norwood, Pascoe, Malloy and Nicholas Fosdyke. Ruckman set themselves again. The tap comes back towards Home, who's played well. I tell you what, he's a courageous player. He was met solidly on that occasion. Showed a lot of courage, did Home. One of the toughest going around. And about 4 or 5 doggies go in to say, well done in Home, and he did extremely well.
Tell you what, he really did well because he had a couple of Norwood players. I think it was King there, absolutely coming in on him. And he just did not flinch. He did not even flinch an eyelid. Not a lot of noise made by the crowd. They're too cold to be cheering too much as Clements tries to work his way out of a tight situation. Casserly, good hands to Cotton. The doggies go forward again, up towards the pocket. Almost a great mark taken. It's on behind play. A real scrap here. Lures around the bodies. Kick the goal right on the half-time bell or just seconds away. Holmes having a fight. So McIntosh Holm off the ball. Clements is in there also. And it might be McGowan, but more importantly, Centrals have kicked the goal. It's 4-6 to 3-3, and the margin out to 9 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard.
Well, John here too. Look here, look.
It's really big fight.
Really is on now.
Forward. There was a little bit of fight here with McIntosh and Holm, who are really going in hard. McGowan there, and the umpire's going to bring the footy back, and he's going to give us a free kick to somebody.
I think Chambers might have been reported, has he?
No.
Yes, he has. Someone's been reported. The umpire's taking
going for the ball.
And I think you'll find that Dan Tosh has got the low one.
A low blow now. Chambers, I reckon, has been ping KG.
I reckon he has.
And importantly, a free kick for Norwood.
So Fosdyke, it's all happening at the plate. I can tell you, Fosdyke with the footy, but it's the Doggies in front by 9 points. Fosdyke up towards centre, half-foot, great mark. Been taken by Clem under the conditions. Great mark, and Dan Tosh has got one low.
What happened back there, Cage? You saw the second incident.
Well,
there was a lot of pushing and shoving.
Looks like Lewis has been reported.
Dan Tosh is still down on his haunches.
Yeah, well, he got one.
He's got one in the Sky Rocket, I reckon.
No, he's got one in the Crown Jewels, I think.
Well, that's what I mean. He's just trying to get something out of his pocket.
Plym now, as the siren sounds, he's kicked towards goal, and he's kicked the goal right on the siren. So there's a goal to Norwood by Plym, as we see the players coming off. So it is Central's 4-6-30, Norwood 4-3, which is, 27, so it's a 3-point ball game at half-time, and a bit of feeling coming into this game. We'll wait and see as the players leave the arena here, but I can tell you there have been a couple of reports.
I've got to say, an important free kick, KG, because there would have been a bounce down. The umpire paid a free kick to Norwood out of the centre. There was only about 10 seconds left. They got it down to Big Clem, who took a tremendous mark, and goal right on the siren.
There's been 2 reports. Cotton has been reported, and I think Simon Lewis also has been reported for the Bulldogs. So the umpire taking the numbers there. We'll wait as the players...
I don't like this. Players going between each other here at centre half forward.
So we'll just wait and see if the players... let's hope they walk off the ground in a peaceful sort of manner. But they're walking across each other, which is not a good sign here. As we wait, the Norwood players, it's amazing. And then there's a
bit of good stuff.
A bit of exchange verbally being conducted at the moment as they both walk off. Norwood going off first into the tunnel.
Cage, it'd be what you expect.
On their hammer is the Bulldogs.
No, I don't like it, Rick, when the 2 teams after a fire incident like that have to walk down the same race.
Not good.
Remember the Norwood North game. So
let's hope that they leave the arena peacefully. They have thus far, as they go down into the tunnel.
Well done, fellas.
So no harm done. As the umpires also are escorted off with the players there, with the security guards. So at half-time here at the Parade, 5AA football sees the Doggies with their nose just in front. The Bulldogs 4-6-30, Norwood 4-3-27. This is 5AA footy.
Got stuck.
Yes, well, he certainly did. And it was a gutsy performance, really, because the ball was just short as the conditions would. The ball pulled up. But I thought McIntosh in the centre of the ground, they nose-dived him right into the mud. But a pretty feeling sort of a game, as Cage has mentioned. And young Holm in there, well, he's not going to give an inch. The players all around the ground. Up forward, they've kicked 4 goals each. The Bulldogs leading by 3 points. Is getting as dark. It's
cold too.
Fair dinkum. The coolness of the air is well, Cage brisk. Can you come a little bit closer? Just with that big coat of yours?
We ought to bunch up, really. We ought to bunch up together.
Fellas,
We're a team.
Fellas, I'm quite happy where I am.
But you're in the middle. You're doing it well.
I'm quite happy to stay exactly
Cage
where I am.
got a couple of strange friends.
Thank you. I'm quite happy to stay where I am. That remark didn't go unnoticed, Jumbo. It'll stay in the black book. Sorry, Jared.
Geez, so so it's not the flu, Jared.
Okay, thank you,
What
Jared.
would you know, Jared?
Oh, well, I just had a call from Chris from the Central District's football club, in fact, Jumbo.
We've only been biding our time till someone actually got on the phone.
Is that Chris Grant, is it?
Yes, indeed.
So
Top man, Granny.
He's at the game and he's used his mobile phone. Granny, if you're listening to us, son.
Thanks,
good
also.
bloke,
You're a
Chrissy
good
too.
man,
He's
Granny.
out there by the bar. Give us a wave, Granny. There it is. Well done,
Yeah,
big
there he
fella.
is.
Yeah, look at
He's on
They're all
Cooper's.
waving.
He's out there on Cooper's Hill.
see them listening.
Granny.
Okay, good to see him listening in.
And I tell you what, he's swaying from side to side.
No,
Too, Granny.
he's not.
Gilbert McCann with a bad backs out through injury.
Okay, there's the sign to start the third quarter here at the Parade, taken by Sujay Cook wearing a new jumper, clean one at that too, up towards centre half forward. Chance in this occasion for Bassett. He's having a dance. He's having a fair
He ran 15 metres without moving.
They were going from side to side. Anyone for a dance, boys. And the ball was being held to young Bassett. So the umpire will throw it up at centre half forward for the Redlegs. The big men will contest it. Plem trying to take it out of the ground. Chambers is in there. Can't pick up the football. Saywell, body over the footy. Tackled by Sujay Cook. Gee whiz, it scrappy stuff. Fosdyke over the footy. Harvey's there. But the umpire says, no, it's my football. I'll throw it up at centre half forward for Norwood. They trail by 3 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard.
Very easily, Keating would have been under pressure at half-time. He's just got to push the ball forward because that first little movement's going to be precious.
McIntosh handball was partly smothered. It comes down towards Daniel. He's tackled well by James. Holds him up. And Norwood have it inside their 50 and a chance to go forward. A 3-point ball game. The Doggies lead 4-6 to 4-3 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Up they go again. Plim, one of Norwood's best to half-time. Fosdyke tries to come through. Off the ground, does it well. Works it about 12 metres forward. James again. Borley stuck out of a tackle, did it well. Fosdyke has to butter up. He does so, but runs into a wall of arms and legs. And we'll see another ball up. Seen plenty of that today. Hasn't been pretty football, but it's been a very good, solid game. Up they go again. Plim used the body quite well. Tries to find a teammate. Cook's in there working quite hard. And the little Sujai's got the long sleeve off, the short sleeve on, and a very clean number 44 on his back. Goal scorers today, well, Moller's kicked 2, Chambers 1, and Lewis 1 for Central District. And for Norwood, singles to Pascoe, Malloy, Fosdyke, and Plim. Plim right on the siren now. Holman tried to spoil it and did an effective spoil against Harvey. And once again, we'll see a boundary thrown. 4-6 to 4-3, very low-scoring game. And Central's hold a slender lead of 3 points.
The throw in, Norwood into attack inside their 50. Opportunity now for Chambers, tries to work the ball through. Kick off the ground by Plem, taken by Malloy. Got the handball out towards the full forward area. A chance now for the players. Pascoe tries to get the footy. Can't do so again. Cook goes in there, holds the player, so does Malloy. The ball comes out the back of the pack. The umpire allowing play to go on. Finally says it's my ball.
How thick's that mud? I think it's about 6 or 7 inches there.
And
Well,
he's going to
especially
throw
in
it
front
up.
of the goals there. And ideal opportunity for Pascoe there. He just couldn't pick it up. He couldn't stop.
Unbelievable stuff. The throw up with Norwood into attack towards their full forward area. Plem kicks off the ground. Aerial ping pong at the moment, taken by Borley, sits slippery. Borley's again, tries to work it away.
Too high.
Too high. He's got a, well, he deserved that free kick, that young man, because he worked his butt off.
Touching class,
Well,
isn't
he
it?
was. He was in the forward pocket a few moments ago, trying to work the ball away. Went to the full forward area. He was in there again on the bottom of the pack, and full marks to the kid. He deserved that free kick. He worked like you wouldn't believe.
Yes, he certainly did. And I think the umpire looked at him and said,
And
right, just
protected
keep
him.
on going.
And
He
that's good
protected him,
umpiring.
Cage, yeah, spot on.
It's good umpiring under these conditions.
Especially when he had a bit of money on Norwood, obviously.
So Borley's now only about 15 metres from goal on a 45-degree angle. Should kick this one. The kick's on its way. He has. It hasn't got much height, but it's got through. So Norwood kick goal number 5. Norwood 5-3-33. The Doggies 4-6-30, so Norwood back in front by 3 points. What a game, Jumbo.
Yeah, it certainly is, and Norwood just starting to get on top at the minute. They've come out after half-time. Keating pushed the ball forward. They worked it in sort of almost rugby league-like in that first part of the first quarter, and then ball ace down there, little nippy player. Very, very important young fella. Not much of him, but he kept going from side to side, and the umpire rewarded him.
A great tight game back in the centre. Arnold flew high against Keating. Little Cook came through like a train. He couldn't take the footy. Off the ground they go now, picked up by Daniel, who works it up towards centre half forward. Cotton held his ground, had one arm held. The umpire saw it that way. Free was there. If we call it was there, isn't that right, KG?
Yes, good call.
So Cotton now, a long way up from goal, works up towards Shell, who has been impressive but would be suited to dry conditions. Up the ground, Fleming, but he's supported by Dan Toshia, wrapped up rather quickly. They want holding the ball, the Doggy supporters. They won't get it. And play comes to a standstill. 25 minutes out from the Bulldogs' goal.
Certainly playing very well, Norwood, in this third quarter. Not much, well, we can't see the Guernsey, so we can't really see the match up the case.
Cheating again towards the teammate. Dan Toshia tries to break it, tackle, can't do so. Now, we've got a second call from Chris Grant, 2kg, saying, don't try and fuel the fine, don't try and speculate. So there you go. Come down the line and I'm passing it on.
Good on you, Chris. Throw in. The Doggies in front. Thumped away by Keating, and the ball goes out of play.
You don't sound too worried.
No, he's good, mate.
Yeah, good bloke.
Granny swaying from side to side there. The Cooper's Hill. Have another one, Granny. The
what are
throw
you drinking, red or white?
35 metres around for the Doggies goal. They've got a chance through home. Has an airy. Players again throwing their body over the football. Not pretty stuff. Jones is in there. Jones wants the free kick. No, not forthcoming. The Bulldog supporters aren't happy. They thought that Jones was grabbed high, as was Borlays at the other end of the ground, and no free kick.
Well, it was about the same, Coach.
About the same. Could have been paid. The umpire will have a throw up. Throws the ball up. Keating. Gee whiz, it's heavy traffic out there. Now's a free kick to the Bulldogs for a high one. So that's 35 metres from goal on a 45-degree angle.
Well, Cage, that was exactly the same, wasn't he? Missed the first one.
But they're consistent.
He should have paid the first one. He paid it to Borlace up the other end, and he's going to give him a shot for goal here.
Now, this bloke, is it Swatala?
McGowan, I think.
McGowan, is it?
Oh, well, he dobbed that.
Well, he's covered in mud anyway. So
he's not that tall, is he?
It's McGowan, I would suggest.
Ricky McGowan.
Ricky McGowan, covered in mud from head to toe. He'll kick the distance. The only major concern will be the accuracy. So McGowan now from about 35 metres. The kick's on its way. He's got the distance, as I said, and I think he's got the accuracy. It has. So there's the reply to the Doggies. Now they put their nose in front. This is a terrific game of football. Central's 5-6-36, Norwood 5-3-33 on the Aussie Home Loan scoreboard. Let's check the scores around the ground. Thanks to Trim.
Carlton at the GKG, 3 goals clear now, 10-10-70, leading Essendon 17-52 at Waverley. Hawthorn 10-7-67, Richmond 2-7-19, and at Subi, West Coast 10-5-65, lead the Dockers 7-9-51.
Gee, some close games there. What about Richmond? Only 2 goals.
What about Carlton?
Well, Carlton's the last form of the month. They've been the form team as the ball comes from Fosdyke now to Cook. Bowman off centre half back line. Works it up towards the Plim direction. Reamers in the way. Was he pushed in the back? The umpire says play on, and they do play on. Reamers, a second attempt was good. And there's a bounce down at the true 50 for Norwood. Not too many goals scored at that northern end. Most of them at the southern end, the way or the direction that Centrals are going in the third term. Little or no breeze. Very dark out here, and conditions certainly very heavy. Plenty of mud. Now Borlace kicked the last goal. The youngster swoops on the footy. Tries to find a teammate. He's wrapped up by James. Up the ground, Bassett. One bounce and out of bounds. Not on the full, so there'll be a throw in about 20 metres out. Make that 10 from the Norwood goal, right full forward pocket.
Fellas, is it cold or is it just me?
No, probably
big
just
fella.
you.
You've got to warm your hands up. You've got to put them in your pockets.
Okay, we'll get warm up in a minute. This is a good game of footy.
5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7, and it's a good one too. 5-6 to 5-3. Very low scoring affair. We predicted before the game 6 goals might win the game. It still could be the case as James tries to find a teammate. Out they come. Plim camped on top of the footy. He can't get it out. Desperation there from the Central defenders. And this time there's a ball up 20 metres out directly in front of the Norwood goal. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 players at the fall of the ball. Plim, he'll do the ruck work. Up against Reamers. Taps it towards his goal. Ball aces kick, one snaps. And he has missed everything, I think. Wait for the goal umpire.
I think.
Snuck in for a point, and well, they're important too. Norwood 5-4, Central's 5-6. The margin 2 points on the Aussie Home Loan scoreboard.
I tell you what, Cage, that song.
What's that?
Can you remember what? Can you hear what they're saying?
Jump over the
There's not many words in it, Rick.
The kick by Geister finds Cotter. Cotter now from the centre-half back area. The right foot kick back towards the middle. Looks out there for Lewis in front. Bowman the spoiler. Macker with his head over the football. Can't do much with it. Harvey goes to Doreen. Wobbles the kick. A chance for Chambers now of the Bulldogs. He can't pick it up. There is mud everywhere out there. Plim is in there and the umpire says no. I'll have the football. Thank you very much. And a throw-up will take place slightly on the attacking side of centre for Norwood. They trail on the Aussie home loan scoreboard by 2 points. 5-6 plays, 5-4. Ball aids again over the body, over the football, should I say. Fosdyke and also Macker. But the umpire says no, I'll have another throw-up. Again, the identical spot. Just outside the 50 for Norwood, who are going to the northern end. The throw-up. Reamers, Macker, Sujay Cook, good scrappy stuff, comes out to Macker, goes to Daniel, tries to break the tackle, gets it back to Chambers, kicks around his body only as far as Fosdyke. He in turn goes to Obbs. Obbs now can go towards half forward, a bit of space in front. Malloy, is it being grabbed too high? No, says the umpire. Goes to Saywell. Steinberner works it out towards centre wing. They're after it. Big Arnold lumbering after the football. Steinberner, plenty of pace, kicks off the ground, goes back towards the centre wing, and it trickles out of play right in front of the lighting tower here at the parade.
Cage, wouldn't it be a magnificent race, Arnold and Keating?
Oh, big one. Take all day to complete. 10 minutes into the third quarter.
I think it's right out in front of that Billy sign. In fact, there's a 3 over there. Billy's a great sponsor of football here in South Australia. Waiting now for Keating, who works his way to front position against Arnold. Once again, hard to get out, and Holm tries to work it forward. Off the ground they can go now. They do it. They work it forward about 5 metres. Cotton had to go hard at the footy. It's Bills out now to Cotter. Cotter up towards full forward. Pitt from behind. He won't drop it, and he doesn't. Gee, his hands are good. Doesn't matter what the conditions. I reckon Pitt probably the best mark in the local competitions. Taken as many as anyone this year.
Got a good year.
He goes out towards half-back. Keating has to work on his marking. Couldn't quite take it. Comes to ground. Fleming now sprints away from the half-back flank. Around the body. Ball ace went hard. Did he take it? The youngster, no. It bounced off the chest and gets stuck in the mud on the far side. Once again in front of that Billy sign, we'll see a ball up. It's 5-4 to 5-6. The Doggies lead by 2 points. 10 minutes gone, third quarter.
Tell you what, Fleming's started to come into a bit of form, Cage. He's, after a couple of early ones by Moller, he's played pretty well.
He has. Tapped down, kicked off the ground by Ellis, back towards centre, half forward, Pitt again off the ground. Only as far as Dan Tosh, he went without the football off, picked it up beautifully
well
under the conditions, shows his pace. The left foot kick back towards the centre of the ground. The chase is on Fosdyke, Cotter, Fosdyke, Cotter gets it back towards this occasion, number 25, who is young Shell. He can't do much with it. Cotter again works hard. Ellis is there. She's dispossessed James. I tell you what, it's a torrid affair. Centre half forward for the Bulldogs, and the umpire's going to have to come in and have a bounce down at centre half forward, right in the middle of the mud.
Well, you wouldn't want to leave it go too long like that, because they were starting to get a little bit nasty.
I don't know what a ball normally weighs, but you could probably double it today with all the mud caked
well,
on it.
Little Obbs is kicking the ball 35 to 40 metres.
Keating gets it down, stolen by McGowan, tackled by Macker. The ball was being held, and he buries Macker into the mud. That's McGowan into the mud. And again, the umpire will be forced to throw the football up. Very heavy conditions, very dark here at the parade, and mud everywhere in the middle of the parade.
Damien Hicks ready to come on, Cage?
Yes, the son of Darryl plays. As we see now, Harvey works the ball out back towards centre wing. Bassett's there. With him is Saywell. Tapped away. Chance for McIntosh. Can he pick up the free kick has been paid. He'll go the way of Obbs. Will.
So Damien Obbs, one of the best players on the ground. Hicks is coming on and Shell off, and Hicks, I'm surprised he can't get a regular start too. So they even go further wide now to Bassett. Bassett 60 metres out from goal. Oh, goes inside to Cook, whose hands were quick, but to no one in particular. He was dragged down. Ball ace again at ground level. The young lad can play. Kicks up towards full forward. Mark's been taken. It dropped short. Surprised everyone then. A diving lunge there, and it's been taken by Stephen Pitt, so he's covered some ground. Last time you called him, Cage, he was at half back.
Exactly.
He's worked his way to full forward and taken a diving mark on the chest in front of the pack. So Stephen Pitt, who is a goal kicker, he's kicked goals before, a very good footballer, had a stint with Collingwood. The Bulldogs drafted him, and now he's back at Norwood, and of course played in last year's premiership side.
Played for Collingwood too. How many games for Collingwood?
He probably played around 30 games for Collingwood, I suggest, Rick. Very handy player, a policeman by occupation, kicking towards the northern end. A very important kick. If he kicks truly, Norwood hit the front again. He leans back and kicks a goal. Goal off by As It Moved. The streamers go up, and Norwood it's a tense struggle here. It's 6-4-40. Central's a 5-6-36. Let's go around the grounds. Thanks to our good friends Trims.
10 minutes to go in the final quarter at the MCG Worlds. Carlton 11-11-77 lead Essendon 8-10-58. At Waverley, the Hawks 10-10-70 in front of Richmond 3-9-27. And at Subi, Lewis has 4, West Coast 12-6-78, Dockers 8-11-59.
Okay, back in the middle of the umpire, back to throw the footy up. Keating will take on Arnold. The big man Wilkins sets it up. They go. Keating his hands to football. Thumped on by a home only as far as Harvey. Has about 3 attempts to soccer off the ground, then picked it up. The handball didn't find the body. Central's into attack. Up towards half forward. Hicks, the new man on the ground, lays the tackle. Chambers is in there, covered in mud. Goes to Hicks. His kick is partly smothered. Back towards Steinberner. He's rock and roll. Heavy traffic on the outer side. Fleming gives chase. With him is Ellis. Ellis and Fleming. Fleming in front. Kicks off the ground. Ball towards the boundary line. Still in play. An opportunity now for the Doggies through Moller. Moller dispossessed the ball. Heavy traffic at the Saywell. The handball back towards this occasion to Swatala. Swatala now has the football. The Dogs up towards centre half forward. Almost a mark. On that occasion a bit. Oh, gee, was he grabbed high? Yes, says the umpire. The tackle was high. And Stephen Pitt, who kicked the goal a moment ago.
What's he doing down there now?
I'll ask him next time I see him. Will he cover more ground than the early settlers?
Well, he has, KG, and he's an important player and an
Well, he
integral
was
part
a
of it.
policeman. He's trying to catch a burglar, KG. He went down into the forward line.
Let's hope he catches the one that was in your place last week.
I tell you what, that was a gutsy mark.
My word, it was.
I think he thought he hit a trade, really.
5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7. Hope you're enjoying the call. It's a good game here. Or player pushed out of the contest. Big Keating, the umpire said play on. Now Cook at the ground level again finds Harvey. Some good play here. Ops, one of the very best on the ground to James. Out now towards, is that McIntosh? Can't see a number. Looks like Macca. It is Macca. That's why it looks like him. Up towards half forward. Malloy in front. Ball ace again. What a quarter he's playing. He's rock and rolled. Tough in the clinches. They try and get clear possession. Swatala from half back. He's on the left boot. Fires it back towards Arnold. Arnold had to go. Bowled it back towards McIntosh. On the left boot. Bassett's made the play. Marks inside the 50. Doesn't waste any time. Spears it up towards full forward. It's offline and sneaks through for a point.
Terrific
so it's a 5-point ball game. It is, KG. 6-5 to 5-6 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard.
Well, McIntosh is really coming into the game. He had a couple of opportunities then to really...
Oh, opportunities.
It is cold,
I know it's cold, son.
KG, I'm out of breath. Take over, son.
Okay, as we see now, Wakeland with the football back towards the half-back flank. Thumped away. Chance for Steinberg to get the handball away. Over to Holm. Holm now up towards centre half. In fact, the centre wing, should I say. Off hands. Hicks is there. Can't take it. Bowman has the football. Crashes past the tackle. Gets it towards Doreen. He goes without it. Players working hard to get Jones. Boy, Jones is tackled quite aggressively. In there is Cotton. What's holding the football? No, says the umpire. This is a terrific game under the conditions. Taken by Cotton. The Doggies fighting back up towards full forward. A chance for young Moller. The ball is in front. With him is Fleming. Being supported by Jones. Jones has the football. Was he tackled high? No, says the umpire. His play has been played at a fantastic pace. Comes to Ops, had a great game. Goes to Sujay Cook. He takes the mark right in front of the line in Tower on the outer side. Norwood about to go towards half forward. Pushing and shoving Plim behind. He's to spoil a home with a football. Can't pick it up. Finally does so. What was a kick to Ops? He's had a terrific game. This way, that way, onto the left boot. Up towards half forward, the winemaker. Kiri Rivas takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Comes towards the Lewis, who's lumbering after the football. Out comes Clements. Lewis with a chance. Big down, big fella. That's what you got to do. Bend down and pick up the footy. He does. Then he gets pole-axed into the mud. And Lewis says, what do I got to do to get it free?
Pick it up, big fella, but they picked him up and put him in the mud.
Oh, look at this. He looks like
he is
covered in mud.
He's got a gob full of mud there, Jumbo.
No question about it. But he had to pick it up, and he couldn't.
Not a nice thought, that either. A gob full of mud. As a tap on comes down the ground. A chance for Centrals inside their 50. Off the ground goes Cotter. Not a bad soccer style there. Would have featured in the World Cup. Off the ground, Cook has to go, and he does go. The youngster to the far side, Steinberner. The only man in the vicinity, although coming up Bassett and Steinberner. They're both with the power. They did well. The kick from Saywell up towards the pocket. Chambers is marked for the free kick. It's a free kick, and it was there. It was there.
Now, that's no different than what Cotton was reported for in the first quarter, really.
No, and the Norwood crowd not too happy with that free kick, but I tell you what, that would have hurt.
Hey, what a game of football. So, what a 5-point ball game with Norwood in front. Terrific game.
Well, if he can kick this, and it's a tough kick, Centrals will hit the lead on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. The time clock says 18 minutes gone third term. and footy's on 5AA.
Well, I tell you what, if you're a coach, you couldn't expect any tougher conditions,
Commitment,
and
terrific.
player actually going for the footy.
So the ball with young Chambers, Sean Chambers. He's kicked the goal in the first quarter. Leans back. Kick on its way, lands in the square. Out they come. Big pack. Kent Central's get a boot. They do get a boot to the ball over the head. And look like Holman. It's a point. A tremendous effort there. It really was from home. It's a point to Central's. A margin cut to 4 points. 20 minutes gone. Let's go around the grounds again, thanks to Trims.
Round about 5 minutes to go. Carlton 11-11-77. Lead Essendon coming back though 10-10-70. Waverley it's all over. Hawthorn 10-10-70. Richmond 4-10-34. At Subi West Coast have got it 14-6-90. They're in front of Fremantle 8-12-60.
Pascoe with the kick puts the Norwood side in towards the centre of the ground. There was Macca has the football. The footy is covered in mud. It's like a big cement block. Picked up beautifully by young Fosdyke. Kicks around his body up towards Bassett. He's taken the mark. Bassett now outside the 50. Norwood in front by 5 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. This has been a terrific game under the conditions. James over the top went Huey Reimers off hands. Taken by Wakeland, back towards Daniel on his hands and knees this way. Goes to safety, the line. Cotter is there, but the ball will beat him out of play. And a throw-in will take place about 25 metres around from the Norwood goal. Norwood 6-5-41. Central's 5-7-37 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. That's in fact 4 points. We've played 20 minutes into the third quarter.
Only multiple goal scorer today. Radley Molly's kicked a couple, singles to the rest. And only 11 goals scored for the entire game so far. Now it's a chance for Sutala. Bangs it out towards Cotton. He picks it up. That awkward-looking kick up towards centre wing. Coming out was Pascoe. Left it behind.
Oh.
The man with the headband there was Simon Lewis, and McIntosh accompanies Lewis and the ball out of bounds centre wing grandstand
I
side.
tell you what, Lewis saw him coming too.
He did see him coming.
He jumped out of the road.
4 points, Norwood lead. Big men fly again down towards Macca. He's wearing number 41. They've inverted the numbers 14. Now on this occasion to Harvey. Slung as he got the ball out towards a teammate in Cook. Obst again. He's the best man on the ground today. Now to James. Pascoe. 60 out from goal. The kick was gone. Good mark, Fosdyke. That was a great mark there by Nicholas Fosdyke. The ball is heavy. Cagey set a block of cement. Well, it's not quite that heavy, but he took a very good mark from 40 metres out.
Very skillful player, the young fella, number 39. He
will get drafted next year.
Oh, they're fantastic
Both
young players.
Now the ball with Nick Fosdyke. He's kicked the goal. Oh, kicked straight at the man. Would have hurt Cotter and tackled high.
High tackle.
Well, it was definitely a high tackle there to Cotter. He's not too happy either. These cold conditions would have hurt Pascoe. What can he do, the big man? Up towards full forward. Reimers again. Good mark. Doesn't waste any time. Explodes out of the fence. Up towards half back. Out they come. Home now. Straight over the head. The umpire said a push. Now, a push to who?
That's a soft free kick.
Yeah, to Clements.
Gee,
Pushed him in the back.
soft.
Yeah.
Under these conditions.
Well,
let's
especially
go.
when all day they've been letting it play
Exactly
on.
right.
Umpiring today's been very good, but just a couple of soft decisions creeping in. There's a kick. Out they come. Big Plem had his hands on the ball, but couldn't take it. Geister spears one out towards Cotton. Look at Mack and the legs pumping in the mud. Off the ground goes Cotton. McIntosh, watch out. He's going straight at Lewis. And he tackle was beautiful. Gives off to Dan Tosh here. Ball ace in front. Second, wonderful mark. Swatala, I think it is. Tremendous mark across half-back.
He's been fantastic all day, Swatala.
We said at half-time that Macca hadn't perhaps done as much as we would have expected. This third quarter, he has been fantastic.
It's your worst
Macca.
nightmare when you look up and see little Macca's legs looking at their body coming at you.
The kick goes to Saywell. He in turn goes to Wakeland. Oh, hesitated and kicked it up into the air. That's not a good kick. He's kicked it straight to Anthony Harvey. I've turned the football over. Anthony Harvey now has the football. Centre wing up towards half forward. Big Plem. He improves every time I see him. Kicks towards full forward Malloy. Wakeland, Malloy, Wakeland. Malloy paying for the free kick. Strike me, Piggy. Put on a big act then. And the umpire says play on. And the ball goes out of play.
Well, Cage, the one before went home. There was nothing in that. But that one, he had hold of his arm, Malloy's arm.
Young Castley on and Cotter off for the Bulldogs. If we see the throw in inside the 50, Plem pushes the player out of the way, goes with a screwy off the side of the boot. Malloy, can he take a mark? No, he doesn't quite take it. There is Wakeland. Opportunity now for North through Shell, can't take it. And the umpire says the ball was held to him, and a throw up in the forward pocket for Norwood, who lead on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. 6-5-41, Central's 5-7-37.
Wonderful attempt there by Malloy to mark.
Unbelievable.
Bounce down now. It's only about 20 metres out from Norwood's goal. Central's defence under pressure. Free kick to Norwood for a throw. Well, the umpire indicated the throw.
Gee.
It's going to James, who's a pretty good kick of the footy too now.
Bassett.
Just 2 or 3 little decisions have gone against the Dogs.
Yeah, we're just
and the
inside
one Cotter got, he didn't get.
Yeah, well, just inside the 32.
Makes sense.
No, not at all.
He got one high, but didn't get the free kick.
Not really, but we'll go with it.
We'll go with it. Whatever you think's a fair thing.
Now,
You're the
ball's come
assistant
back to
commentator.
Bassett. So Bassett, and he's just like his brother too. They've both gone extremely hard. Nathan, his attack on the ball's also very good. Important kick here. Norwood lead by 4 points. They now lead by 5. The kick wasn't good. Off the side, and well, it's not easy to kick out there. Very, very muddy. Norwood 6-6, Central District 5-7, the Aussie home loan scoreboard.
Yeah, well, probably didn't deserve that. Casey, the umpires have been doing a pretty good job all day, but to get it with inside 30, probably not there.
Not there. The kick-off by guys to find Swatala. Tucked away in the back pocket. 6-6 plays 5-7 with Norwood with their nose in front. 5 points, in fact. Back towards the centre wing. In front was Remus, couldn't take mate. That's got to be a free kick to the Bulldog player. He's ridden into the ground by Pascoe. Now the Tammers become frayed. And now it's on for young and old now. Why'd they pay the free kick in the first place? That wasn't a free kick to the Central's player. Ellis, I'll go in for Chase. The throw in at the back. Remus takes the football, wobbles a kick back towards centre wing. Good mark by Jerry Dan Tosher. He's been a fine player, Jerry Dan Tosher. Yep. Fine play. He's played something like 189 games. Back towards half 40 goes with a long kick. It's on behind play between Clements and the Home. They don't like each other. Shoal of Norwood takes the football, gets the handball away to Fosdyke. He can't do much with it. The kick off the ground goes to Steinburner towards centre half forward. Now it's a bouncing football. Oh, clash of bodies. Hicks and, of course, Dan Toshier. No harm done. Goes out to Lewis. Hicks dumped it on to the open spaces of centre half forward. Pit off the ground. Taken by Obbs. As Will says, the best man on the ground, I agree with him. Steinburner off the ground towards half forward. Big Bowler lumbers after the football. Does it well for a big man. Goes to Hicks this way. He's gone. Gets the kick away. Just in the nick of time. Up towards full forward and a good mark. Taken by Fleming there in defence for Norwood. Good strong mark. Hits the legs by 5 points.
Fleming or Pitt?
It might be Pitt. You might be right.
Whatever, whoever took it, it's a wonderful mark. They don't waste any time. Comes out now towards Bowman, who dropped the centre. And now has to force the ball towards the boundary line, supported by Pascoe. So 2-on-2 here. Pascoe and Bowman. Chambers comes in to lend a hand for the Doggies. Comes off hands and out of play. And, gee, it's been a great contest. It really has. Carlton in front by a point with 2 minutes to go there at the MCG. Great game. West Coast look to be home, and also, well, Hawthorn are home. Ball ace, another kick up towards centre wing, grandstand side. An opportunity now for James, who's played very well. Feeds it out to Fosdyke, and the siren sounds. Great quarter of footy.
Terrific.
There's only a kick in it. Norwood lead by 5 points at three-quarter time. 6 goals, 6:42. Central's a 5-7-37. Goal scorers today for the Redlegs first. All singles. Ball ace, Fosdyke, Malloy, Pascoe, and Plim. I've missed one there too. And for Central District, 2 to Moller, McGowan 1, Laws 1, and Chambers. Repeating the score at three-quarter time here at the parade. Norwood 6 goals, 6:42. Central's a 5-7-37. This is 5AA football.
Central's 5-7-37. I'll tell you what, there are some superstars here today. As I said, Robert Harvey right down in front of our commentary box at the moment, walking away, just talking to a couple of players, and the Wakefield boys over in the huddle there with the Bulldogs, along with Pilco from 5AA there with a scarf. He's not a happy man, Pilco, wandering off, and he's going to talk to the Wakefield boys who are there.
Got the worst tie on I've ever seen.
So, interesting situation with the superstars here this afternoon. Norwood with a 5-point lead at three-quarter time.
Just quickly, Cage players to get hold of the footy in that occasion. Steinburner for Central District with 5 and 3. Who else was there? Swatala has been fantastic today, also with 5 and 2. Other players, and it was a gutsy performance, wasn't it? 2 to Chalmers, Cotton had 3, Cotter with 3, Remus with 3 kicks. But apart from that, she was just a bit of a slog, wasn't she?
Yeah, for Norwood too. Big Plim, 11 kicks, a couple of marks. He's kicked a goal. Now, we mentioned Obbs, 18 kicks and 8 handballs. Great game there. Harvey, 9 and 6. Roger James has played very well. 21 possessions at three-quarter time. Young ball ace, interesting player. Keep behind him, a little blonde-haired.
My word.
And he can play 12 kicks and 4 handballs, 9 possessions in that quarter. And Stephen Pitt had 5 kicks in the third term.
Well, Will, too, do you think you'd get the money here?
I went for Norwood before the game. I'll stay with the home side. Look, it's going to come down to a kick either way, and Norwood do lead by 5 points. The goal scoring end has been the parade in Rick, so I'll stick with Norwood.
Although I think, Cage, on that occasion, Norwood scored quite a bit up against the Breeze.
Yes, they did.
Who are you going for, big fella?
I'm going for Norwood. I think Norwood just doing enough to win this game, although, as Will said, under these conditions, it's anybody's ball game. But if I'm forced to put my neck out, I'll go for Norwood. Look at those clouds as we look over the hills here.
Beautiful, isn't it, KG?
Norwood. It's a magnificent sight. The clouds are very low. And
you wouldn't want to be having a barbecue up in the hills,
well,
Cage.
it'd be beautiful. It'd be very invigorating. It'd be very, very...
Just by a small fire, a couple of bottles of wine.
Be beautiful.
Couple of
but
pills.
Still, we're at the Norwood Oval. Jumbo, we're putting a fantastic game of football. 6-6 Norwood. Central's 5-7. Start of the last quarter. Home tackle by Sujay Cookie throws him to the ground. And the umpire says, I'll have another throw in the middle of the muddy Norwood Oval. 5AA football. Up they go. Keating. Arnold gets his hands to football off. The best man on the ground. Tries to get it away. Finally tries to crash through the pack. Gets it out towards Cook. Cook kick goes back towards Keating. Keating is dispossessed. Coming through was McIntosh, only as far as Castley. Castley around his body, up towards half forward. Dantosia goes without the football. Cotton is there. Gets it out to Swatala. Swatala up towards half forward. The chase is on. Pitt, also Doreen is there. With him is Hicks, and the ball goes out of play. The Doggies into attack, just in front of the scoreboard here at the parade, which says Norwood 6-6-42, Central's 5-7-37.
I reckon the Bulldogs' best players was Swatala. He's been magnificent today.
Played very well. So too McGowan, he's featured. Don't know where that breeze is coming from, but you suggest one of the poles, north or south. It's freezing. It's probably about 5 degrees.
It's a lazy one. It's going straight through you. Ain't going around.
Well, mind you, if you're out on that Cooper's Hill there, Cage, you wouldn't feel much at the moment.
No, exactly.
Would you?
Norwood lead by 5 points. Aussie home loan scoreboard. And it's 5AA football thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7. Centrals have it well into attack. The quick shot for goal from Chambers. Up towards full forward. Moller camps on top of the foot. He's booted 2 goals. The only multiple goal scorer today. And there'll be a ball up in the muddy square there at the northern end. The Bulldogs going that way.
I'll tell you what, they've got a bit of a chance to score here, the Bulldogs.
Quarter time at was Central District. They led by 12 points. 3 points the margin at half-time. Well, Norwood have eked out a 5-point lead at three-quarter time. And you'd think if either team could kick a couple of goals here in this quarter, they'll win the game. Low scoring. Saw a game at Norwood a few weeks ago, Rick. I think 5 goals won the match.
Yes, it certainly has. And the Bulldog supporters have all gone from the southern end down to that northern end, Cage. So just after a goal, that's all they need.
Pitt got it out towards Bowman. Swatala in the way again. Did well, the young man. Tried to find his teammate in Daniel. And James on the far side there for Norwood takes it over the line and out. Right in front of the scoreboard, the Aussie home loan scoreboard tells us Norwood are 42, Central's 37, the margin 5 points.
There's been a lot of pushing and shoving, Coach.
Under these conditions, Jumbo, you expect a bit of aggression. As we see now, up towards McGowan, kicks it towards full forward, and a mark has been taken here.
Jones.
This occasion by Jones. The kick came from McGowan out of the back, right in front of the scoreboard, and Jones now, Mark Jones, who did play some league football here with Norwood earlier, has taken the mark directly in front. Now, if he can kick this, he's going to put the Doggies a point in front. And it's getting as dark here at the parade, I can tell you. We've only played about 3 or 4 minutes into the final term, and it's very difficult to pick up those players.
Well, it certainly is, Kate. You'd have to say it's dark as the inside of a shark, wouldn't you? You've been inside a shark?
Don't really know how dark. Never thought of it, Jumbo.
I imagine that'd be dark.
As we see now, Jones kicked towards goal. The goal umpire hasn't moved. It's home. So Mark Jones kicks his first goal, and the Dogs hit the front. What a game of football. It's been a beauty all day. Nip and tuck. Central 6-7-43. Norwood 6-6-42 on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. 5AA footy, Jumbo.
Yeah, well, it certainly is a fantastic game. They just pushed the ball forward. They were inside that 30. And Jones got himself into a very, very good position, went back and just went bang straight through the centre. Well, 42-43. What, 2 minutes into the last quarter, you couldn't get any closer than this.
Light should be coming on. Norwood lost their first game out of 16 last week against South Adelaide. Can they make it 2 out of 2? 2 defeats in 2 weeks. Well, Centrals, they lead by a point, and it's tough there in the centre. Cook tried to spear out a handball to Harvey, who couldn't take it. They go off the ground. Steinberger kicked into the man. That was Obbs. It really is bullocking work there. McIntosh hands were good, found Borlace. Obbs backs himself in. Free kick, though. It's got to come back, and young Borlace will take it.
I tell you what, Will, you always know when KG's getting warm. He's got his hand on the village past it just to keep his hands warm.
He has. He's already eaten a couple, 2 or 3 quarter time. Now the ball with Clement, centre wing grandstand side. Been an angry man this year, Troy Clement's been involved with a few scuffles. Kicks up towards Big Plim. Pushed out of the contest. Off the ground they go. Guys to there, works hard. Fosdyke. It comes back towards Plim, who kicked it towards centre half forward, but it's all the Doggies. Swatala again swoops like an eagle to Jones, who kicked the last goal, and Jones marks defensive side of centre.
Jones goes out wide, or the kick has just enough carry, finds Cotton. Doreen nipping in, but it was a good kick on that occasion. Cotton now will put the Dogs back inside their 50. Pushing and shoving. Up they go. Thumped away from Lewis. Towards Dan Toshia. Can't pick it up. Finally does so. Goes the handball to Macca. Macca to Bowman. Bowman the short kick. Well, going nowhere that one. Opportunity now for young Fosdyke. With him is Swatala. Swatala does it well. Has the football. Races away from Fosdyke. The left foot kick up towards half-forward Pitt. One grab. Takes it to the second attempt. Races away. Bangs it back towards the centre. Coming out and taking the mark was Bassett. Goes towards Harvey. It's a terrific game. It's a one-point ball game. The Dogs in front. Castley, Sujay Cook. Sujay Cook got a free kick. Yes, he was grabbed high. And Sujay Cook was grabbed high by young Castley. And he's won the free kick just on the 50-metre line.
Can someone turn the lights on, please?
It is getting absolutely dark here at the moment as Sujay Cook. It kicks up towards full forward. The pack forms. In the mud it goes. The chance now. Bassett off the ground. Oh, gee whiz, it's heavy tapping in the goal square. Comes back to McGowan. Wobbles the kick back towards the half-back flank. The chase is on. Look at Macca. Macca now has the football. Picked it up beautifully. Castley comes in. Great kick by Macca. Up towards full forward and Geister thumps it away. What a terrific game of football.
Well, it's anybody's game, and of course I've just been informed 3,527 people have graced themselves at that Norwood Oval.
Would have been 9,000 without the rain today, no question of that.
Exactly,
Wonderful
Kate.
work there from McIntosh too. Just like when he's back to an 18-year-old, he picked it up on the right boot, put it back towards goal. Plim. Can Norwood score? They trail by a point. Very tough as Central's defence in overtime, working overtime. It comes out towards Steinberger, pushed off it by Fosdyke. Oh, McIntosh again. He's lifting a cog. Spears out a handball. On the right boot, lands in the square. They need a mark. No one can take one. Players converge. Bassett towards goal. Wobbling, bouncing point. Scores a level. 43 apiece. How that ball didn't get stuck in the mud, I do not know, but it's a point to Norwood. It's 6-7 apiece on the Aussie home loan
Well, that's
scoreboard.
the first time, Cage, of the ball's bounced for the whole day. And it went two bounces and just went to the wrong
Tell
side.
you what, Jumbo, you made a very pertinent point a moment ago. You could not question the endeavour of both the sides here today. It's been terrific. The kick-off goes to the outer side, and it's been held up there by a couple of players, and the umpire will have a throw-up.
Final scores: West Coast Eagles, Rick 15-9, Freo 8-12, Essendon 1 in the last moment by a goal, and Hawthorn big winners 10-10 to Richmond 4-10.
On the Aussie home loan scoreboard here, it's 6-7 apiece, 43 points each. As we see now, they come away through Ellis, the Bulldogs. They're all covered in mud. You can barely pick them up. Holm gets the kick just in the nick of time, up towards centre half forward. Hicks can't pick up the football. Going in half. Norwood players throwing their body over the footy. They want holding the ball, but the umpire says no, and he'll have a throw up in the middle of the ground. It's all tied away. We've played about 8 minutes into the final quarter here at the Parade. Anybody's game now. Who's that player? It's Clements. He's covered in mud. You can barely see him. Umpire throws the football up. Keating over the top, gets his hands to the football, a chance for ball ace. Goes without the football. Macca thought about kicking off the ground, but Hicks comes in. They get it out back towards Dan Toshia. Wobbles a kick towards centre half forward. Plim is there, tapped it out cleverly. Chance for Roger James off the ground. Norwood into attack. The chase is on. We see Waketon and also Malloy. The ball being forced towards the boundary line. Malloy with a chance. This way, that way, breaks the tackle. Kicks it long. It's going up into the square. Geister, Bassett! Almost a mark. Geister tapped it away. Here is Reeves, the winemaker. Gets it back towards the half-back flank. Hobbs stays in play. The best player on the ground. Hobbs has the football. With him is Steinberger. Run past that player too easily. This way. How far are you going to go, Hobbsy? Get a kick away, Sonny. Does. And Bassett has taken the mark. Oh, this is unbelievable stuff.
Hobbs has played a magnificent game,
Hobbs has played a sensational game of football. This is terrific, this footy. Local footy is, look at the people in the crowd. They're loving it. And Bassett, he's having a towel. He's covered in mud, and he'll kick from about 25 metres. Jumbo, you'll almost be out of your chair.
Well, I tell you what, the hair's coming up on the back of my neck because he ran. Hobbs has been magnificent today.
He ran 11.
I thought he ran the extra 15.
He did, I think.
He ran about 40 metres.
Yep, he ran too far, but still.
So Bassett now. Scores are tied away. A score will put the legs in front. We've played only 10 minutes into the final term. Bassett now approaches the man on the mark. Stabbed at it, he's missed. Only a minor score. The Doggies are trailed by 1 point. Norwood 6-8-44. Central 6-7-43. And I'm just about out of gas.
Well, you certainly are, Cage. You've been doing a treat today. Of course, he up the other end. He kicked left foot, and then he kicked on right foot that side. So
he poked at the ball from only 20 metres out. Wasn't a good kick. Didn't kick through the foot. He tried to steer it
but
through.
they're in front.
They're in front by a point. So Geister thumps it out towards half-back. Up goes Arnold, who can't take it. In front of the pack was Reemers. Norwood try and surge forward. Cook, it slips out a little Sujai. Now in turn to Foster. stuck to McIntosh. He's lifted. He's inspirational. Ball ace went up, recovered beautifully. Between the legs, got it to James. Quick hand, Shell towards goal. Bouncing ball. It's a point again. Another point. So Norwood eke out their lead to 2 points. They're doing all the attacking. 6-9 to 6-7. Aussie Home Loan scoreboard, 10 minutes gone, and this is an important game, both for Norwood and Centrals. Norwood in second place, and Central District struggling or battling to stay in the five.
Actually, I just had a look at McIntosh, who's been sensational, Cage. He grabbed the water, but he really didn't want to have a drink. He just wanted to get the mud out of his eyes.
Guys, the kicks to himself, then races away, off hands, it comes away, Wakeland. He has the football, wobbles the kick, back towards the centre of the ground. Bowman in front, can't do much with it. Lewis is there. Macca again, Lewis, Macca. Macca has the football, tries to get it out. Body over the football, heavy traffic. Lewis works hard. Back towards this occasion, Harvey. Harvey goes to Clements, goes to Cook. Cook goes back towards Harvey, I think it is. He's covered in mud, up towards half-foot. Daniels can't take the mark. James is there, but the ball goes out of play. Right on the 50-metre attacking line for Norwood. They lead by 2 points. We've played 11 minutes into the final term. 5AA footy.
Winners in the AFL thanks to Trim's West Coast Eagles, Essendon and Hawthorn. So a big round of footy, the big upset, the ball over Hawthorn, over Richmond. Daniels going nowhere quickly, works it out towards the half-back flank. Norwood through Fosdyke, try and pick it up. Free kick to Centrals. Well,
I didn't see what it was for.
No.
Can't see that far.
They have favoured Norwood today, the Frees, but that one was for the Doggies at half-back. Very difficult to get a possession too. Getting dark here, they should have those lights on. And it is, well, to say the least, very cold. They go straight across the ground. Danger here. Saywell's got the ball. And go to Wakeland now. Lex to go to Daniel Short. So Centrals. Time ticking on. 12 minutes gone. Final term. 5AA football. Thanks to Adelaide Channel 7. A great game too. This local footy's been fantastic. They kick it back towards centre wing. Geister, good strong hands. Wonderful mark. Paul Geister goes to Steinberger. Watch out. Obbs converges. The two fastest players on the ground. Obbs and Steinberger. Steinberger, head and body over the footy. Obbs did it well. Crashes into Cotton. Cotton sits on top of the ball. Obbs, Cotton, look at him go. And Obbs is a fantastic effort there by Damien Obbs. He really has played a tough game today too, Kate. Not just the running, he's been tough.
Yeah, he's played very well.
There's a bomb beat set up, I reckon, in the forward.
There is a flare. A flare.
How could you possibly see the boundary line here in front?
I'll tell you what, the temperature's gained a degree there,
It's
though.
a pink flare too.
It's an orange flare, KG. McIntosh again in front of us. Well done, Macca. Keeps going, runs out. And wearing number 41. Good on you, Macca. Well played, son.
Who are you backing for?
Well, I just thought it was great play.
He's a champion. Throw in, centre wing, grandstand side. The big man will complete it. Arnold in front. Over there was Arnold. Down towards Cook. Goes to Off. Off to the long handball. Charge now for Norwood. Goes to Scholl. Great tackle. That occasion by McGowan. The ball back towards centre half forward. Kicked up the ground by James. Ellis goes in. Throws it out. Play on, says the umpire. McGowan goes without it. Scholl now from the Norwood side. Wobbles a kick back towards centre half forward. Big Clem is there. Can't do much about it. Scotty Ball-Ace, a little rover. He's worked hard but stolen by Geister. Geister, this is a terrific game of footy, I'm telling you. Back towards centre wing. Coming through pitch. Oh, gee whiz, Hicks got the high one. Back towards half forward. Malloy takes the mark there. Malloy still outside 50. Norwood, I think, doing it up at this stage. Or doing more than the Bulldogs. We've played 15 minutes into the final term. It's a shocker. It's off the side of the boot. Up towards centre half forward. Scholl's in there for Norwood. So is Ellis, but the umpire will have a bounce at centre half forward for Norwood.
Jim, I thought it was a Norwood player sitting under the ball, so I saw Scholl going to spoil.
Exactly, and of course, what great play on the outer side by Pitt. He's been sensational across that half-back line.
16 minutes gone, final term. Great game of footy. Norwood, just for that slender advantage. They lead by 2 points. Very tough to score a goal. Malloy, cop one high. The umpire says you've got to play it on, they do. Geister's been good. Picked up there by Cook. Tried to find a teammate. Just desperate stuff there. Comes out towards Harvey. He's at the 50. The ball's stuck in the mud. Now he gets it, picks it up on the right boot. Bassett holds his ground. Second attempt, couldn't quite grab it. Off the ground they go. Cook has to go. Castley went out there. Back towards McIntosh, who has been inspirational. Shell goes hard. That's Shell for Norwood. Now comes down to ground. Norwood pick it up down towards Harvey. It came from Keating. Harvey. The ball might go through. No, mark on the line.
Swatala.
Tremendous mark by Swatala.
Gee whiz, this is a super game. Swatala now plays on quickly, goes to the outer side. Ellison plays, looking for, goes out the back. An opportunity now. This is Cotton, I think it is. Covered in mud from head to toe towards half forward. Pitt dives away. Can't take the mark. Comes out the way now. Clements goes to Dan Toshia. Norwood back inside their 50. Norwood doing all the... Oh! a big one. Little Scott Borlase, who made the point during that third quarter. This kid's worked his butt off today, Borlase. Takes an absolute perler. Will he get the distance with his heavy ball? I think not. He'll put it into the square. He'll kick from right on 48 metres. It's a low burner up towards the centre-half forward there, but a good mark taken by McGowan. Goes to Geister. He's been good in the last quarter. Back towards half back. It's Borlase again. Handball goes to Keating. Keating this way, that way. Not a good kick. It's a shocker. Holman charge. Wobbles a kick towards centre-half forward. Doreen. Doreen back for Norwood towards half back. It's all the Bulldogs there. Ellis. Oh, it's a shocking handball. Puts Watala under the pump. Ellis goes in again. He's got front spot. He gets a kick towards half forward. Wobbling football, Hicks. Also Pitt Hicks. Works hard, tries to get it out. Only as far as Doreen. Doreen tackled. A bell held to him and a bounce down will take place.
Oh,
Well,
Coach, you've done an absolute treat. You've done an absolute treat, of course. Well, we're all sitting here with bated breath because it only needs, there's 2 points in it. And what are we about 20 minutes into this last
15.
quarter?
Couldn't get any tougher conditions. They got 40 committed footballers, certainly 36 on the ground at the moment. Keating just wobbles it towards a teammate. They dive in. Both teams' uniforms look exactly the same now. They're covered in mud.
I tell you what, Wills, anybody who said our local comp is flagging got rocks for brains.
We
This
always
is terrific.
get a good game at Norwood,
Yeah,
too,
we
for some
certainly
reason.
do. And, of course, that mark down there by Borlase for the young fella was sensational.
He's 17 years of age, the kid.
Couple of kicks out from the Central District goal. Make that a kick as they go inside 50. Cotton tried to pick it up. Lewis was manhandled, but it was legal, said the umpire. Scholl goes to ground there for Norwood. And there'll be a ball up.
Thought Lewis should have got a free kick.
Yeah, it was a bit high, but as Will said before, the Norwood side have got the benefit of the day today.
6-9 to 6-7, the
Benefit
tap
of the
from
day,
Keating.
that sounds good.
It comes out again. It's that centre-half back for the Redlegs. They just try and work it forward metre by metre. Very muddy conditions. And I really admire every player out there today. They played it in fine spirit. Just a bit of a skirmish there before three-quarter time, but apart from that, it's been from go to woe, a very good game. Up they go again, Little Cook, that Sujai Cook, works it out wide to a teammate. It's picked up there by James, I think. Can't see a number at all. It is James. He goes back after it. Gang tackled. Somehow got out of handball. The kick spears out towards the boundary line. Not on the full. One bouncing over in front of the Aussie home loan scoreboard, which tells us the Redlegs lead by 2 points, and we've played 18 minutes. We'll probably only go about 24, so probably 6 minutes left in the game.
The throw in, the Doggies into attack, and they get a score on the board. They trail by 2 points on their 50-metre attacking line. Body's been thrown over the football. The umpire says, no, I'm going to have a bounce down right on 50.
It's not unlike the Port Norwood game here under lights, where it went down to the last few seconds either.
Right in front of the scoreboard, the thump away by Keating. Opportunity now for Shell. He can't take it. Oh, gee whiz. Borlase went without the football, and again, Holm is there, but it's been held up. And the umpire will have a bounce down, this time outside the 50 for the Bulldogs.
Next goal would win, I think, KG.
No question of that. Next goal will win. The throw in. Arnold gets a tap, only as far as Cook. Wobbles it back towards centre wing. Borlase again.
Made up for it then, didn't he?
Yeah, this kid's terrific. I've only 17 years of age. I think he's got a very big... He's got the cramp too, I think you'll find the kid. Has the football from the defensive side of centre up towards half forward. Stolen by Daniels. Hasn't played a bad game. The handball back towards Swatala. Swatala appeared to be held. The umpire says no, and the ball out of play right in front of the lighting tower here at the parade.
Can you see over there, Cage?
I've got no idea what's happening. It's 18 minutes and I'm just having a guess here, Jumbo. It's 18 minutes into the final term. Over the top went Huey Remus. Gets the ball down towards Ellis. It is. Ellis can't pick up the football. Volley's been thrown again at the footy as Keating comes off, and we see Big Pasco going on. Throw in, centre wing out of sight. I think Norwood just doing enough in what's been a great game of footy.
Oh, it's only 2 kicks away from the Central's goal, though, KG. Plenty of time left, too. Probably 5 minutes left up when Arnold got it down towards Reimers, who can't take it. I might try and find out exactly what the time is and how much is left here, but it can't be too much as we hit the 20-minute mark of the final term. 6-9 to 6-7. We said 6 goals would win the game, Rick. It's still mine.
Yeah, we're spot on.
Norwood lead by 2 points. A lot of players following the footy, as you would expect. It's very tight there. Heavy work. The Redlegs zone through James. He's played very well. Kicks it up towards Bassett. The 231s, Bassett and Geister, off hands and out of bounds in front of the Billy sign on the far side. So 50 metres out from the Norwood goal. Now it's going to be tough on the Centrals. Not a lot of time left in the game. The crowd coming to life. Great atmosphere. Footy is alive and well, both AFL and SANFL. Up they go again towards the boundary line. Klim knocks it back there, and it goes out of bounds.
Wow,
what a
they've
game.
been magnificent, haven't they?
It's been a
Both
super game of
sides.
footy.
Plem up against Rymers. Now Norwood have it inside the 50, although you can't see a 50-metre line. We're only guessing. It's probably about 48 metres out from goal. The bouncing ball, Daniel, out to Saywell on the left boot. An important ball here. Cotton had to go, and he did go very hard. James is everywhere. Feeds it inboard to Pascoe. Kick Lenny. Lenny tried to kick it, stuck in the mud. McIntosh, he wants to be stuck in the mud as well. Scholl there tackled. Back towards McIntosh. Someone dives on it. He comes to Cotton. Spears it out towards centre wing. Little Sujai Kip. Cook. Norwood up Bowman and Cook. Cook waits, then gets a clever handball, but no one in particular. Bowman off the ground. Up went McGowan. Good hands and marks at half back.
4 minutes left, coach.
McGowan, 4 minutes remaining in the game. He'll go short, finds Arnold. Arnold plays on, gets a kick off the side of the boot, goes in towards the centre, pushing and shoving at the back of the pack. Coming out is Cotter. Cotter tackled. Can't get a handball away. Sable's in there. Taps it out only as far as Bowman. He goes to Walsh, best player on the ground today. Off to the left foot, kick back in the middle. A chance for Harvey. Arnold is there. Harvey showed plenty of courage. They get it back. Who's this? This is McGowan. Looks like Satchmo. Up towards centre wing goes Steinberg. A great mark. Mark centre wing, grandstand side. Just under 4 minutes remaining, and it's Norwood by 2 points on the Aussie home loan scoreboard. Steinberg now with the kick, call to play on. Doesn't get much distance with the heavy ball towards half-forward. Great mark. It's been taken here by Dan Tosh here. I think Norwood are doing enough. He goes to off. Ops now from the defensive side of centre. Up towards half-forward. Geisler and Bassett. Back towards Steinberg. Great stuff by Bassett. Only as far as home around his body. Up towards half-forward. McGowan showed courage, so did Off tackled by Cotter. The ball spills out, and the umpire says, I'll have a bounce. Wills.
Yes, you will call KG 6-9 to 6-7. Norwood by 2 points. 21 minutes gone. And Centrals have it just on their forward half of the ground. Grandstand side centre wing. Up they go. Saywell. Did well. Got it down to Ellis, who goes around the body. Now a chance for Dan Tosh here. His last couple of minutes being good. Throws the ball out. And just beats Steinberg and Obbs. And, well, Damien Obbs, you can hold your head high. You played a magnificent game. And, well, so too have quite a few players out there on the ground. James has been good for Norwood. Swatala and McGowan for Central District. Pascoe pushing and shoving against Arnold. Got a tapper to no one in particular. Harvey had to go hard. Camps on top of it, wasting valuable seconds. It's about 70 metres out from the Bulldogs' goal. Tired players going to ground everywhere. Ball ace. Gee, can that boy play too? Listen for that name. Little blonde-haired rover for the Redlegs.
He's a beauty.
Pascoe tried to push Arnold out the way. They'll take it towards the boundary line. Beat Steinberg.
It's going to be hard for the Bulldogs now.
So Norwood just holding it in. Once again, a kick and a half out from goal. Probably 2 kicks, in fact. It's 6-9 to 6-7. 5AA football, thanks to Adelaide's Channel 7.
Throw in grandstand side. It's the legs by 2 points. 23 minutes gone into the final term. At the back, chance for James. Almost has an air. He goes in the second time, third time. Kicks off the ground up towards the centre ground. Sujay Cook gets it back to James. Goes without the football. Cook works hard again. In there goes Saywell. The ball being held to about 5 or 6 players. And the umpire said, I'll throw it up. So I think Norwood hanging on to this lead. There wouldn't be much more than about 2 minutes remaining in this wonderful contest here at the parade. It's been a fantastic game. We'll certainly hope you enjoyed it on 5AA. Saywell, kicks it there, but kicks it to his own man. Taken by Fosdyke. Fosdyke now with a chance towards Cook. Cook, Daniel being pursued. Cook pushed off the football. Ops comes in, wins the football, goes with a handball. Back towards Fosdyke. Chambers comes in, gets the footy, does it cleverly, goes to Daniel. Daniel this way, that way, gone. Loses the football, goes back towards Ops. Is it Ops? No idea, no, it's Scholl. And the ball goes out of play right in front of the 5AA commentary. Isn't that crowd? The Norwood crowd are pulling their players. This has been a super game of football. It's a pity there has to be a lose in this game because both sides have been terrific. 6-9 plays 6-7, the legs in front. Scholl picks up the football, tries to get a handball away, and he can't do so, and a bounce down will take place.
Umpiring's been very good. Not a lot of time left now. 24 minutes since the time clock. Norwood by 2 points. Grandstand side, centre wing. You can actually see a bit of grass out here. It's not all mud. Up they go, the big men. Arnold, down towards the McIntosh crunch there. And umpire says free kick. They'll enjoy this one. And now Ops runs away with it. But Gary McIntosh, wearing number 41, I like to see his possessions in the last quarter, the tackles and the amount of times he's slid on top of the footy. McIntosh, they'll try and keep it to the boundary, you'd imagine. He's lining up as if he can have a shot. He's 250 metres out. There's his kick. The left footer, we've seen that a million times. Up towards Bassett, who couldn't take it. Casserly did well for Centrals. Kicks it up towards Pascoe. He's marked it. Big Lenny Pascoe. Don't give it away. Don't be stupid.
Ticket long, son. Ticket long.
can go into attack. And precious seconds now ticking away. Norwood are 2 games behind instead. If they win, they're only a game behind and clearly second position. Kick forward by Harvey, up towards Malloy. They need to mark the Dogs. Casserly sprints away from the fence, goes out wide. Swatala with tight legs. With him is Fosdyke. 2 fine young footballers. Swatala on the boundary. Siren sounded. Wonderful game of footy. Norwood have won. An absolute thriller. Gary McIntosh and Harvey embracing the centre of the ground. A tremendous game of footy. The crowd enjoyed it under extreme conditions here at the Norwood Oval. In the final wash-up, and it was a wash-up, Norwood 6-9-45, Central 6-7-43, the margin 2 points. Any team would have been a worthy winner. Today it was Norwood, but Central certainly not disgraced.
No, certainly a magnificent contest by both sides, and totally both committed, and it was a terrific game of football. And this is most unusual. We see Peter Jonas coming up to Peter Road and shaking his hand. That's terrific stuff. Yep. Peter Jonas has left his commentary box, was almost over the fence, saw Peter Road coming out, and went up and shook his hand. That is absolutely fantastic by Peter Jonas, when you consider they've lost the game by 2 points.
And we've made the comment so many times today. Once again, footies has been fantastic locally.
A sensational game.
Every game we've had this year has been a good one. Norwood have been involved in quite a few. Don't worry, Centrals will be there come finals time. They tried their heart out today. Conditions weren't good. And, of course, a couple of key players dropped out before the game. Scotty Lee and McAdam for Central District, Cunningham and Downsborough for Norwood.
I tell you what, the great thing about the game today, it was the way that it was played. It was tough and hard, but the skills, coach. You came out here expecting it just to be a slog, but the crowd, what, 3,000, what did I say, 3,500?
They would have been 8,000 with no rain.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question of that, but the skills today, the amount of desire that both sides portrayed today was magnificent, the way they just went in.
Rick, great to see too, before KG, does whatever he wants to do. I saw Gary McIntosh go up to Ricky McGowan. Now,